Good evening, everyone. Final Fantasy Randomizer fans, guys, it's Gregory Puff. I am going to be here with Duchess for Kaiosama here in a little bit, but I'm going to be doing some solo comms at least for the time being. And we are here doing our Monday night weekly race. We've got Grandylicious in the top left hand. You got Groggy Dog. We got Carito86 and Rob Draven. And we're just testing out some flags right now. Potential Speed Gaming Live pods flags, so we got a lot going on there. Bosses are going to be clamped to 150. We also have our incentive locations are going to be Ice Volcano. We've got Earth Cave. We also have Ordeals and Sky. One of the main things that we're doing a little bit differently is we have Blurst gear on, and we also have Northern Progression turned off. So there will be no docks in the Northern Hemisphere. So no dock below Onrak and no dock below Mirage. We also have 3 loose items, three dud items, but we do have a loose canal. So loose canal, 3 dud items. So let's make it happen. I'm going to let these runners do their thing and just drop the gate for them, and they'll be started here in about 10 seconds or so. It's kind of weird doing this solo thing while we wait for Duchess to get back. So I'm just going to kind of be hanging out. I know we're going to talk about the parties real quick. These parties are kind of goofy town USA. We've got Rob Draven going 3-man with a fighter, black mage, white mage. We've got double red mage fighter on Carito's side. And look at this. We're already get going. And everybody into town. White magic. We got a Harm 3 is all I really saw that was worth noting. Quake and Warp. So too bad Dengu's not here to be excited about cake strats here. But Warp is a fantastic pickup. Especially early on. It's nice to be able to warp around. Saves a lot of time doing dungeon dives, especially early dungeon dives. And let's take a look at some of our Blurst gear. That wood armor may as well be paper. Not very good with the -3 modifier on there. Nothing really to note there. Then as far as, I don't know, that iron nunchuck might be okay with the +3 modifier, but nothing you can really give to that fighter to make him any better. Maybe make that black belt worth something until he gets to level 10. As Groggy Dog, our first one out of Canaria, he is going to go up to the Temple of Fiends. He is our former Duckling Supreme, so I'm excited to watch him test out these flags here. We're into Temple of Fiends. Groggy is going to go on ahead and check these chests here, get a little bit of gold for his trouble. Rurus are giving Rob Draven the business here, taking him to Trance dance party over there. Grandylicious did pick up a little bit of savings, so he was able to save before going in, and Groggy Dog picks up a heal staff. Now, that's not fantastic, but it'll sell for something. So I call that vendor gear as we get our first look at Garland. Groggy Dog's going to punch Garland for a whole lot of nothing. Garland has stun touch, which is not fun, but we're going to go on ahead and feed him some cake. He's going to die. He's going to get to level 2, and he's going to talk to the princess, and we'll see our first key items. We got the canoe right away. And it looks like we've got the crown. So yeah, Astos is on the table right now. The canoe kind of makes things interesting because, like I said, we have a loose canal. The canal will be in a box somewhere in the inner sea. With the canoe, that means that we've opened up a lot more of this game than Groggy Dog probably wants to deal with. He could potentially have to go to Ice Cave. He could potentially have to full clear Volcano. Sometimes, he might be lucky and it could just be in Matoya's cave and then he'll be good to go. You never know. But Carito, level 3 now. He's just trying to get through this dungeon here as Groggy Dog is on the is in his ship. Rob Draven also in his ship, but I don't remember him killing Garland, so he must be trying to take out the pirates first for some levels. We're going to take a look at level 2 magic here. Heal 2, pretty good. You got a harm 2 as well if you deal with undeads and you run out of harm 3 at level 1. Black magic. You've got temper, which is fantastic. Not going to be great right now, but at least they got a damage dealing sweeper in that lit 2, and it's not too terribly expensive. That'll do decent on the sea, but not so great anywhere else. Groggy Dog getting the same kind of bad news as far as the magic is concerned. And we're going to see our first look at the pirates. They are, or not first look, because Grandylicious is killing pirates, but they are going to be safe, so you shouldn't have to worry about anything with them. Just going ahead and throw a sweeper out there and be able to take them out pretty easily. As Grandylicious feeds them all cake, gets up to level 5, and we're going to see what Bicky has. We've got a key. That makes things a little more interesting as well. That opens up a lot more boxes that the canal could be in. And, we got a bottle, $27,000 bottle here in Provoca. So that is a guaranteed double dive of Provoca. Now, I wonder which one of these guys is going to sell that heal staff. So pro rings and gold bracelets over on Rod Raven's side, rolled down. The modifier just means that on the gold bracelet, instead of 24, you're going to have 20, and then the evade's going to go up 2. For the pro ring, that'll go down 2. So it'll be, instead of 8 absorb, it'll be 6 absorb. So, I mean, pro ring's still great. It's going to have that elemental resistance to death. So it's still going to be fantastic gear. As our tracker, Burt Reynolds, says, a ribbon -5 is still the best gear in the game. Because of all its elemental resistances. It don't matter if it rolls down. Corito has to get out of that Garland battle. Takes a wipe there. Didn't even try to feed the cake, but it's fine. He's going to try to make his way back up there as Rob Draven is going to take his key and see what he can do. Classic Gamer. 76 in chat pointing out what I just said. Even a ribbon -9 would be great stuff. And man, Black Magic just is not getting much better. You got Brack, which is great against 2 bosses, and Fire 2, which was very expensive. White Magic not getting much better. Regular Invis, meh. Cure 2, a whole lot of meh as well. But we got a white shirt pickup over on Groggy Dog's side, and it only rolled down 1, so that's actually going to be better than the gold bracelet, because not only does it have the elemental resistances to death and fire, but it obviously rolled only -1, so it'll have a 22 absorb as opposed to the 20 absorb from the gold bracelet -2. And it looks like he's going to start selling some stuff off. We'll see what that heal stick sells for, because it doesn't look like he sold it off yet. If he remembers to sell it off, which he has not gone around to that. He'd probably get like tons of money. Those things typically sell pretty well. But Rob Draven's going to pull up Astos. We get a TNT, so he's packing dynamite. And he's trying to figure out how he's going to kill Astos. Like, he doesn't have a weapon. And cake lands. That is crazy. Okay, so Astos has pretty high... Astos has pretty high MDef, so I'm kind of shocked that landed on the first try. I was really concerned he wasn't going to be able to do anything against Astos. See if he's going to check some spike tiles in here as he picks up about a $4,000. Not going to check out the spike tiles. I don't blame him with the party he's running. He's running 3-man. He's going to try to pick up levels along the way. And he doesn't really have anything to like kill anything. I mean, yeah, if he can find something that he can cake down, that's one thing. But... And Corito finally... like level 5 right now, finally just kind of getting his way through this Topher here, or Toph, I mean, and hopefully can get Garland down as Groggy Dog's going to take his luck against Astos and see how this goes. Is he's going to also try to feed cake. Let's see how well that goes. About what I expected from the last battle, the 2 cakes miss. So he's going to switch over to Lit 2. Now bosses are clamped to 150. So Astos is going to have about 100 HP, I think, or a little bit over, or around there. I don't remember what he has in vanilla. It's going to be somewhere in there. And Luke goes down pretty hard there, but the last Lit 2 takes him out. Gets up to level 6 on everybody but his black belt. Of course, the one person he probably wants to have levels. And Corito finally making it through, getting his crown. Going to get his canoe. And level 4 has probably arguably one of the better spells we've seen so far in Quad X. It's unfortunate it's level 4. That means they got to wait until they get to, level 8 or 9 before they can cast it. At least on the black mages. I think you got to be closer to level 10 to use it on the red mage. Groggy Dog using the river system. We're going to get our look at our bridge boss here. See who the lead development team is. And anybody else that's helped out. Contributors. programmed by the one and only Entroper, of course. And then he's going to head in here. Keep an eye over here. This Groggy Dog's going to go on ahead and turn in the TNT. And of course, check out this Keylock Dwarf area. Granny-licious picked up some pretty good gear. And Alpha, we got Lazy Dwarves here with the Adamant. Granny-licious actually found a cloth +4, which, I mean, cloth, you kind of are like whatever about the cloth. But +4, I mean, that's like 5 absorb. Or no, sorry, 9 absorb. That turns into good stuff there for your Major League class. Doesn't look like we picked up much of anything except an Excal 2, which is going to be great for that Knight that Groggy Dog didn't bring along, and the Ruby. So that'll be okay if we can get out of the Inner Sea, because we can talk to Sarda and we could check Titan's Trove, but of course we can't do that right now. So we're kind of out of locations as far as Groggy Dog can check. I mean, he can check Loch Toph if he wants to. He can go head down to Marsh Cave if he wants to. We still have, of course, Ice Cave and Volcano that we can go to. But he is going to head over to Elfland and probably maybe sell off some stuff, use the money that he got, and try to pick up all his magic here so he doesn't have to come back here. Yeah, he's going to get rid of that Excal and finally realize that Heal Staff is going to sell for about 10 grand. So that's going to be great. He should be able to pick up everything he needs here at level 3 and 4, even that expensive AF Fire 2. Twinstrumental in chat. What's going on? I know FFR chat here hanging out. It's the Gregory Show, waiting on my buddy Duchess of Kaiosama to get back in here and hang out with me, so we can call this awesome Monday night race here. We got quite a few runners off stream as well. We got Scytown, we got Davis, Fry Teeth, we've got Caleb himself, and we have Shadowed Flames all off stream. So we got a 9-person race happening right now. These flags. We got a loose canal. We've got 3 duds. We've got, northern progressions turned off. So you can't get to Onrak or Mirage without the floater. You got to have the floater. So it kind of pushes to where the floater's going to land, right? Especially with the no loose. We know the floater is going to probably be either here on this continent where we currently are, or it's going to be in either Earth Cave, Titan's Trove, or it could be the Sarda item. So now what would be kind of hilarious here is we're looking for the canal, right? But potentially the Sages could have the floater, right? Sages could have the floater. The floater could be hanging out in Volcano or Ice Cave. It could be totally vanilla. We don't know. We're gonna find out here shortly. Is these runners just kind of doing all the key lock checks. Corito finally gets his key. Granny-licious looks like he took some birds, which is not too bad. That's a good early tile to take, because they usually roll about like 40 HP or something ridiculously low. Rocky Dog is going to reset out of that cloth floor, even though he has warp. That was an interesting move. Not sure I would turn down 9 absorb there, but he's going to head towards Crescent, our first person to kind of get out of this area here of Elfland, Marsh Cave, and all that stuff, as is Rob Draven. All right. So yeah, nothing really to note here right now. Still kind of, like I said, still kind of on the search for the canal here, as everybody kind of does all their little fetch quests that Groggy Dog has done. The TNT, the Ruby. We got the Ruby. Turn in the Adamant. Doing all the key lock checks. We got people heading towards Crescent right now, so we've got nothing too crazy here, right? Got a Hooray Dwarf happening. We were going to check magic, but Rob Draven... Ooh, we got Exit. That is actually White Mage learnable, that Exit there, so that's good. It's kind of a French vanilla Exit. And we got Nuke. That is also Red Wizard learnable, so that'll be good for Groggy Dog if he ever gets his Red Wizard up to, level 18 or whatever he needs to be able to cast that. And the sages have a chime. So again, not really much progression here. Gives them the extra 5% EXP bonus, but these guys don't really need that. So where do you go from here? You got Rob Draven's got the chime. He's over on this side, so I have to assume he's going to start clearing Volcano, since there's more chests in Volcano than anywhere else that we can currently get to. So that would be my assumption. He does have Warp, so he could do Ice Cave super quick as well. And at least get the key item there. And Duchess of Kaiosama's finally here hanging out with me. They let him into the booth. What's going on?
What's cracking? Sorry for leaving you for so long. Had to handle some business, actually. But now that we're done business, we can have some fun.
It's all good, man. And finally, our first person here, Grindylicious, is going to check Lock Toph. Nobody else has done that yet.
Ooh, so we got the key already. Nice.
Yeah, the key was the Pirates. Pirates handed over the key. And we got a power bonk.
Ooh, power bonking. There we go. Shout out to Claw 4, by the way, on Corito's side.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, Burt Reynolds is pointing out something obvious here. Grindy is the only person checking these chests over here so far. If the canal happens to be in these chests, then I think he's got quite the advantage.
That would
so Duchess, going over.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, going over these flags for you real quick. So we've got a inherently loose canal. Canal's always going to be out there somewhere in a chest, not in a key location. But on top of that, we do have 3 dud locations. So there could be a place like you could dive Ice Cave and end up with like 38 gold.
That would be great to see. That would be lovely to see. Unfortunately, it'll be not good for them. And we get a light axe.
Yeah, light axe actually not too bad for yeah. I was going to say the same thing for an Ice Cave dive. Not going to be too bad. But yeah, it's not the canal that he wanted.
RNG giveth and it taketh away. So, but this time it just rolled a neutral.
So yeah, Rob Draven is going to go on ahead and do the play that I assumed he would do, and that's going to be head over to Volcano, as Groggy Dog appears to be doing an overworld grind. I think he just took a battle outside of Crescent here. Probably. Not a terrible idea, just to get a couple of levels before you venture into Volcano, because if you're going to do Volcano, you're going to want to probably try to kill Carrie. And with Boss's Clamp to 150, we know that Carrie's going to have between 600 and 900 HP, and that can be pretty tough early levels, especially with the magic layout we have right now.
Yeah, that's true. So you definitely want to get a few levels. You know, you're going to clear out the armory. Hopefully you got a house come back and pop that. But then after that, you just want to bang it out. So got some gold houses. 2K houses. They could be worse, but they could be better.
All right, so we're getting our first look at the armory here. We got a wooden stick -2, and that may as well be a stick made of ash. And getting ambushed by Argoyles. How do you feel about Argoyles in this game?
Well, Argoyles are Argoyles. See, they got poison touch. They always got some type. Argoyles and Kareeves are just the 2 sprites that are just like, why do y'all always roll something just dumb? It's always, oh, we got stone touch, or oh, we have death touch. It's like, come on, y'all ugly sprites to begin with, and y'all want to roll something ridiculous. So that's how I feel about Argoyles.
No, that's a good way to feel about Argoyles. I'm surprised he's actually taking this battle. I would just not even deal with these guys.
Nah,
they resist pretty much all elements. They're annoying. There's like 5 of them. Just get out of there. Just
exactly. I don't even know if the EXP is worth it.
Yeah, and Burt Reynolds pointing out, Carrie clamped always punches for 5. It doesn't matter what clamp. She could be clamped 100 to 101, and she'll like just punch for like 1,000,000. And Rob Draven just goes on ahead and resets out as Groggy Dog is making his way towards the volcano as well. Corito is in the river system. I don't know if he's done all the checks that everybody else has done, but he's in the river system somewhere.
That old river system.
And Grindylicious kind of, trying to get caught up here.
No, he sold the Claw 4. Broke my heart as he did it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. like selling the cloth, that's like 9 absorb. And what did he get for it? Like $2? Like,
$2. Like, come on, the Claw 4. Like, no. But it is what it is. as Rando, Dolph Rando, people, Dolph people. So
Yeah.
see what I'm talking about? Kareems have Fire 3. Like, why do they have Fire 3? Because
Yeah,
they're
they are
ugly.
water. They are water things. They are fish. Fish should not be throwing fire 3s at people. That is crazy.
Absolutely not. This is ludicrous beyond belief. Even in a randomized world, I still don't believe that they should be Fire 3.
All right, so Groggy Dog is going to go on ahead and forego the volcano check here. I know, save creep flag win, and he's going to go into Ice Cave. So this should be entertaining.
All right.
Now we have the Lit 2. We've got I think there was a Fire 2 at level 3. We've got a Harm 3 at level 1 and 2. So actually, I feel like Ice Cave is a little bit of a safer play, believe it or not.
It is. You said we have warp, so I mean we could pull the warp trick. So
yeah. I mean, there's only 16 chests down here, but I mean it could be the play if they end up finding the floater here. I mean, there's nothing in the game that says the floater you won't get the floater early. But
that's true. Black Shirt 3 is not bad.
Oh, Black Shirt 3 is huge. Where do we find that?
So we got the in volcano chest. So
nice.
We got the white shirt and the black shirt. Nice. That's great.
Yeah, the Black Shirt 3, that's going to be phenomenal. You're going to get 30 absorb for that. You've got time elemental protection. You've got ice elemental protection. And it casts fire or ice 2. So you get ice 2 cast for free. You can grind Agamas if they're here.
Exactly. And I mean, you like, oh, ice 2 isn't the greatest. But you know what? When you're saving charges and Batman, or you know what I mean? Like Batman just roll extra low. That's the best thing to pop.
Yep. So yeah, we got 2 different places here. Grandylicious trying to get through this river system. Gonna head to Ice Cave as well. Carito was in the river system. Oh, he must have been like gotten an encounter on the river system, like in this area. That makes sense. Groggy Dogs and Ice, and we got Rob Draven and Volcano. So we got like a lot of deviating paths here for
sure do. Was that Opal? Opal -3.
Yeah, it was an Opal armor -3. So even with promotion, you know, it's fine. You got lightning elemental protection, I guess.
Exactly. We haven't seen any ribbons yet, have we?
I have not seen a ribbon. We saw the pro rings are for sale in Provoca, I think. Let me look at my yes. No. They're somewhere. And they rolled down too. So.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get our first look at our incentive ice here. Sorry to talk over you. And we're gonna do the warp trick.
And we're
get
gonna
a bunch of money and a slab.
Now I'm gonna call a ribbon in C.
Look at this big.
4 gas Ds.
I might have thrown like a quad X just to see what would happen, but yeah, he's not interested in those gas Ds at all, which I don't blame him. They while they are great EXP, he is in no shape to really try to take a 4-pack of those guys down. So he's gonna get out of there.
No more exits as well. Yeah, I kind of feel that.
So we got our snakes here. Whole bunch of nothing so far. Rob Draven.
Will we get a Masa? What do you think? Over unders for Masa rolling plus or minus? I'm going plus. Plus 2 Masas.
We're gonna go for it. I'm gonna say it's a Masa -1. Not because I'm trying to ruin these guys' lives. That's just what I'm feeling. I saw a Masa +5 earlier today, so
yeah, you can't.
You can't get too many of those. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Classic gamer. We got Masa -5, Vorpal -5, but we're gonna have a Katana +5, so it'll be fine. It'll be good for Grindalicious. And we got again deviating paths here. Grindy and Groggy and Ice. Karita is our first person to decide. You know what? I'm gonna try the marsh play. Even though I got the key, I've got the canoe. There's so much of this world I can go to that's not Marsh Cave. He is a forever marsher here, and
I don't mind that play when you have the key because it makes it more worthwhile. Even if it's quote unquote dud, you've got those locked chests on the bottom, so you can still get potentially more value.
That's right. Oh, Groggy Dog, unrunnable Cerberus is he doesn't have that black shirt that Rob Draven picked up, which is unfortunate. But usually these guys aren't too bad. He's got a couple of aquatics. I'm again kind of surprised he's not throwing them out there just to see what kind of damage he can get. Grandylicious going to do the warp trick as well and pick up his piece of rock.
Ooh, a Sun 2 sword on Corrido's side. Nice.
That's actually
a good sword. That's a good sword.
That's the best sword we've seen so far. Sun plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
That's definitely not bad.
Ooh, Rob Draven lost his white mage in this Agama fight.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's rough. Groggy Dog feeding the cake to these Cerberuses over here that have a spells list.
Dark. No lamp. Ah, finally. They were hungry. They wanted cake.
And he goes through all that trouble for a cabin and a dragon sword -4, as if the dragon sword could be any worse. Let's just throw a -4 modifier on it.
Exactly. So it looks like Groggy's the only one with full.
What? Carito with the plays. What is this? We got a ribbon +4, which is better than a
canal.
And the canal.
And the canal. What? Carito's the GOAT.
Yeah,
Carito's the GOAT.
He doesn't even know it.
It's done.
Incredible.
Of course he knows it.
Yeah.
Of course he knows it. He's like, nobody else pulled this play. I got all reds on the screen. I'm the GOAT. Say no more.
Yeah, he's good to go. He has found the one elusive item that he needs. He actually does not need to keep diving marsh, but you know what? He's like, I found a ribbon, a sun sword +2, and the canal. There's probably a massa down here. Who knows? So he's going to finish clearing out Marsh Cave, as we know right now, unless the floater or something that leads to the floater is here in Volcano. He has a monstrous lead because he can actually get out of this inner sea area.
Mm-hmm. The bane of Newbie's existence, the inner sea.
Yeah, so Groggy Dog is finished up with the Ice Cave. Grindylicious was in Ice Cave, but I guess got bounced out because he's down in Crescent right now. And I'm assuming Groggy didn't get what he wants and is probably going to head into Volcano. Outside of the incentive chest here, we didn't really see anything great in Volcano either.
Nope.
Except for that black shirt.
It'd be like that sometime. But Carito just galaxy branding everyone.
Yeah, these Scorpions are not messing around, and he's about to take a wipe here. If these black shirts these Ice 2s do not do damage, of course leaves one of these Gur Snakes alive. Luckily, it targets the Knight and goes down to that last Ice 2. He's able to get through this battle. We're going to see what's on this incentive box here, if he can make it through the next spike tile.
Seriously. It's almost like, do I even want to? But you got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, Floater and Volcano, as our tracker, Burt Reynolds says, would be spicy because it would totally negate Carito's Galaxy Brain play. And we got a tail. Yeah, so we know at this point that canal that is loose in Marsh Cave is going to be required to get out of this inner sea area. We know this.
Done.
Yeah. But the good thing, Groggy's caught up to Rob Draven. He should be able to get through this area pretty quickly. I'm just scared about this carry battle, especially on Rob Draven's side. I don't know what he's wielding, but
me neither.
Even a clamped carry can be kind of scary, especially at level 12. I saw he had a sword. I just didn't see what the sword was. He's going to move some stuff around. I like this play, though. He's thinking smart. He knows he needs to move some stuff around. He's going to have to get his evade up. He's going to have to... So he's going to white shirt it up.
Too. Oof, that's not the best.
Fine, though. He's got plenty of temper because it did actually roll level 2. So he's okay. Carry hits him with stun or hold. That's not good.
Oh, he's got one more.
Yeah, he's going to have to throw the temper out there, and he's just going to have to pray that his Knight wakes up. He does wake up. That's good.
Shout out to Silver 2 Helm in Carito's incentive chest.
Ooh, sleep lands. Gosh, this carry's just wasting his time. He needs to get some moves going. He's going for a Galaxy, trying to get a Quake out there.
Two hits 127. But he's darked.
2 hit 66. Poison damage comes out. It's going to take out the Black Mage.
Hold aim, pray strats.
Yep, 3 hits. Okay. Fire 2 comes out.
Come on. You got it. Why couldn't it be lit?
That's rough. And he knows that's going to be tough. He knows he doesn't need the tail right now anyway, so he's just going to go on ahead and get out of here. I do not blame that play.
Mm.
And he's going to go on ahead and hit up Ice Cave and find a whole lot of nothing there.
Corito's got this. I mean, I don't think anyone else is going to go to Marsh for... Well, Grindy will have to go to Marsh after Volcano, right? Because he's been ice, right? So that'll be the only other play.
I'm not sure how far into ice he went, though, because I just kind of have a hard time believing that Grandylicious was able to full clear ice and get out of there before Groggy Dog and make it all the way down to Crescent. So, yeah, as our trekker, Burt Reynolds, points out, he did die halfway through ice. Yeah, and Burt Reynolds pointing out, yeah, this is the worst possible canal. This is like your standard... This is like Swiss all over again as far as like where the canal would land. You think, oh, well, I got the key. I got the canoe. There's no way the canal is just going to be in like a random marsh unlocked chest. Like just
absolutely
hanging out right next to a ribbon. Like why? Why's it got to be there?
Absolutely.
So yeah, PTSD for poor Groggy Dog here once he finally makes it down to Marsh Cave.
Oh, but Corito better stop playing. And well, I mean, he did save the most appropriate thing, so even if he gets bodied, it doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah, he does pick up a flame shield though, so that's actually kind of good, especially since it rolled up.
Yep, but you're rocking that ribbon 4 just looking like a
He's got gear that he's not equipping on his fighter for whatever reason. I mean, he's got that silver hammer or silver helm +2. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's something. Gives him some absorb. So Groggy Dog in a little bit better shape coming in here, has a few more levels.
Yep.
But he still didn't there's no way he can kill Carrie with this party. I mean, he doesn't the thing that Rob Draven had, he at least had like a fighter with a sword. But black belts don't do any damage until at least level 21. So unless he can find like a grind tile, which we know doesn't exist here, he has really no way to kill Carrie.
It's a fruitless venture, unfortunately, It's the rabbit hole of rabbit holes.
Yeah, so we're about 33 minutes in, right? Corito has the canal, has a ribbon, looking pretty good. Gonna get out of here. Hopefully get out of the Inner Sea and continue his quest.
Yep.
As Groggy, we know Grandylicious and Rob Draven are going to clear all these different dungeons over here, whether it be ice or volcano, before they make it back over to Marsh.
Absolutely. So it'll be another 15 minutes, maybe not 15 minutes, but probably another 8 minutes before someone even attempts to go over to Marsh.
Yeah, I'd say Groggy Dog's pretty fast. He's only got this floor left, and then he's got to get to the incentive box, which you'll find the tail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're right, Smart, he knows that he probably doesn't have a chance against Carrie, and is probably not going to take the battle, and may just warp out and then head over to Marsh. So I expect he'll be in Marsh Cave before 40 minutes. Or around the 40-minute mark.
Let's hope, because we're gonna need them to, get over to Marsh by them to, not to say there's still not a race regardless, you know what I mean, but to keep it competitive.
Yeah, for sure. And Corito getting the troll bat just gets in his way right before he tries to exit Marsh Cave, and then circles the staircase there. Poor Corito.
The worst.
But yeah, but able to get out of there. He's out of there with his canal, his ribbon. He's just got to hit up he's got to hit up Elfland, bring his people back to life.
Yep.
The only disadvantage he's at right now is at least the other competitors have picked up the things from the places that he hasn't been yet. You know what I mean? They have their chime, they have their slab, and they have their tail, which Corito's still got to have to do all those things. Or at least with his particular party, I'm assuming he's going to want the tail and he's going to need the chime. We don't know what the slab's going to lead to yet. It could be one of our duds.
Yep, that's very true. It'll be interesting to see exactly where he will go, whether he's gonna... I actually don't know his state of mind right now, because, I mean, he has the canal, so he can really make some moves if he wants to.
I am
But he... Go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm floored that he's selling all these silver helms. I mean, he could equip them. I mean, it's not much, but it's like an extra 4 or 5 absorb.
It is
to at least equip those things, and they're not really selling for much. They're selling for 1,000 when he already has 45,000 gold. It's not like he needs the money. So but he is going to go on ahead and get out of here, get our first look at the outer sea as soon as he picks up his, he must be heading over to grab that bottle out of Provoca.
Yep. Got the money. Might as well go ahead and buy it.
He doesn't need the bottle right now because obviously you can't really do the bottle turn-in until you get the airship, but he's going to go on ahead and grab it, get his extra 5% of EXP as Groggy Dog finally makes it down to the bottom of a volcano here. And he's going to see those 2 spike tiles, you know, the old scorpions, snakes.
Them scorpions.
Dang scorpions with the
They're
skills.
never friendly.
No, they're the other one. You were talking about our gargoyles. This is the other one that's always like scary. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like, you know, PTSD from being a child and this being a scary encounter in general.
Them and lobsters are the worst.
No. So Rob Draven's going 2-man strat. I don't think he's interested in bringing his white mage back to life, or if he just didn't make it back to Crescent after his wipe and volcano. But yeah, he's gonna get his slab here in just a second. Grindy hot on Groggy Dog's tail.
Yep.
And Groggy gets the tail, and he's not excited about that because he knows now. Like, look at him. He's just sitting there. He knows where the canal's got to be. He's like, God, come on. The canal's really going to be in Marsh Cave.
Exactly. And Rob also gets some news about getting a slab, and it's just like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so Rob Draven and Groggy Dog both have figured it out.
Now, the thing is, I've been watching Corrido. He obviously made the play, and so they still have to invest time in that. But the thing about it is he spent a bit of time in Marsh after getting the dope items, and he didn't get too much value other than the flame shield. That's not to say it's the worst play, but he probably seeded back to maybe 2.5 minutes. And I mean, obviously this is in hindsight, but I mean, I might have rolled on numbers like, oh, I got a Sun Sword ribbon and the canal. I might bounce.
Yeah. So over here, and I totally agree with you. I was kind of questioning going and checking bottom marsh when you got all that stuff. But over on Groggy's side, getting a little bit better turn order. But even with a tempered and throwing a lock 2 out on carry, that black belt's not doing great damage. I mean, 3 hits for 106 right now. That's fine.
You need about 5, 6, maybe 7 of those. But if you can just keep it together and get max evades, you've got a heal 2 shirt, right? So everyone can get like maybe 30 per round or something. Adamant on Corrido's side.
Yeah, so Corrido's finishing up this chain here. Of course, the TNT that turns into the adamant that turns into the ruby. Groggy's getting kind of lucky here, not really seeing the skills. We've seen spells, of course. You know, we've got the sleep and the dark that just came out in the hold. But we know that poison damage is one of Carrie's skills.
That's true.
So he's hoping to avoid that, but he's at least done a little bit of damage. He's pretty close to Quad X territory. Does not land, though. So we know that Carrie has at least another 300 HP to go, or at least over 300 HP to go through, as now that black belt's actually doing some damage. So Luke's going to come out, 1 more punch, 4 hits for 431. And I am going to go on ahead and eat, or like just... I'm gonna eat my words here. I did not think Groggy Dog could get through that battle, and he was able to get through it. So that's awesome. Groggy Dog lighting up our first orb at the 40-minute mark.
Well, that's dope, actually. So that's something that's interesting. Because no one else has an orb lit, and he was able to do it. We'll see if Grindy's able to actually pull it out and also, get this orb lit as well. Because if not, then although Corrido still has a bit of time lead on everyone else, Groggy Dog's definitely got that second place firmly cemented.
Oh, for sure. And the thing about Groggy Dog too is when he gets the canal, he's not clearing the bottom of Marsh Cave. He has a black belt. He has opened way more chests than I think he planned on opening this seed. So the second he sees that canal and ribbon, he is checking spike tiles and he is moving.
He's done. Exactly. Because when you have that black belt, you just feel so assured. You're not looking for items. Anything
Yeah.
that comes out of a chest by virtue of greed is great. But once you get the staple, oh, I got a ribbon, I'm good.
Yeah,
It's
Burt
that
Reynolds wondering, is he going to do top or bottom marsh? I mean, there are more chests in bottom marsh, but I always do top marsh. I don't know why. It's just always something I do. I like Grandylicious going with confused strats here over on Carrie's side. So Carrie is susceptible to status effects. So confused will
That's very
work on
true.
her.
Confused definitely does work.
And she is confused. And now she's hitting herself with the
Nice.
damage of a Fire 1. And he's going to be able to get Kuv to do some stuff as he's been throwing out power bonks, and we've got tempers coming out here. So hopefully this ninja with whatever he has, or sorry, knight with this appears to be a falchion, can actually do some damage to Carrie.
There you go. You like to see it, actually. Carrie just hitting herself.
Jay Shidell wondering if it was in the link chest. It was not. The ribbon was the one that was in the link chest. And man, he's doing damage. All those power bonks that he did, being able to land confuse, and all those tempers, like he's doing damage to this to Carrie. And is the Quadix going to stick? It does stick, and Grandylicious makes it through Carrie, lights up his first orb at just over the 40-minute mark. And look at him, he's so excited he had to check both walls that he was between. The unfortunate part here is that Grandylicious didn't make it through all of Ice Cave. I'm interested to see if he's going to finish out Ice Cave or if he's going to head to Marsh. And it looks like he is going to head back up to Ice Cave and try to full clear it.
Yep.
And man, these Caribs are no fun.
They never are. They never will be.
Yeah, Carito finally checking all those chests, doing some keylock stuff. Gonna get the ruby for his trouble. Yep. Groggy Dog is on the north side. He is one room away from that canal and ribbon, and I guarantee you from this point on, he will not be opening very many chests as he gets the ribbon, and he gets the, oh, seriously, the canal's here canal.
Yep. Not happening.
Yeah, I know if I was him, I would be like, seriously, because I would have... What Groggy Dog did is the exact plays I would have more than likely made. I would have easily got the canoe, done Ice Cave, done Volcano, done all those, chest dense places with incentive items. And then, of course, finally made my way back over here to Marsh just to be like, oh, okay, of course the canal's here.
True. I mean, I don't know. I'm a little bit different. When I go down to this part of the continent, I just like to finish everything. And I mean, it bites me in the butt more times than it does help me, but I'm of the opinion when you're over here, just do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because if not, then at least you don't have to worry about it,
Yeah, so. But at least, like I said before, at least Groggy Dog, they've done everything they need to do. They don't have to go to Ice Cave or Volcano ever again, especially since they were, since he was able to kill, Carrie, like that whole part of the world is like completely done for him, right?
Yep. As we find life. Nice. Ooh, life and Cure 4 and the red. Oh, the red mage can't get Cure 4, I don't think, but they can get life. So
yeah,
good trade off.
You got Bane, Fire 3 in the warp slot, so he's never going to be able to learn that Fire 3. No, he can learn that Fire 3 after promotion. So you get a first look at Melman, the fantastic city of Melman. What are you doing?
Selling the sun? No. Hold on. What's that heal stick? Is that really truly a heal 1 stick?
Yeah. That was one of the first items they got. They got it in regular Toph. I think he was just seeing what they would sell for. I can't imagine he sold that sun sword. That's like the best weapon he's gonna see.
I'm like, don't do that, please. Don't break my heart like that, man. That would just As we see 3 people in the shop at the same time. Nice. Oh no, excuse me, in the menu. My apologies. I was like, hold on, what? People are shopping at the same time? It's just menuing.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know, when you think about the whole loose canal thing, you're in the area, like you said, you got warp. Yeah, Marsh might have been an easy play to do. I mean, it wouldn't take too long to get through there. But man, full clear in bottom Marsh, especially when you have the key, it seems like it takes forever. And I mean, the step count is like way high. It's like, I think it's like well over 200 steps to check all, 6 chests down there or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely... I don't know, because it's such a short dungeon, though. It's still a short dungeon. That's the way I look at it regardless. Might have a
Yeah.
lot of steps. But it's a short dungeon, and unless skills roll horrendous, which they definitely can, generally speaking, you're not gonna wipe too badly in Marsh.
Yeah,
So.
Grandiolicious appears to be carrying a bunch of statues with him, and I
Oh
did not see what
no!
happened that caused his characters to turn to statues. I'm sure our
No
tracker is going to help
salves.
us out.
That's the worst. You hate to see it. No salves available as well.
Yeah. Stone poison from the asps. Man, we never saw that when Groggy Dog went through the spike tile.
Did not.
And that explains why Grandiolicious took that green dragon battle twice, because he probably warped away from it. Those red snakes didn't want to deal with him, so he warped up and then took the holes back down. He figured the green dragons were safer than the red snakes.
Definitely. I'm not trying to turn to stone. So.
Yeah. I'm cracking up at our tracking notes here. Burt Reynolds, just our amazing tracker today, keeping us entertained here and tracking notes. As we got, you're right about life. I think that Cure 4 is also Red Wizard learnable, and that's not a think. That is a no. Once promotion rolls around, his Red Wizard will be able to learn that spell. But he can pick up life now, because that is in the first slot, which is Red Mage learnable. So that's at least good. At least he has 2 ways to bring people back to life. You know, with Groggy Dog, I noticed that the red birds, the Persilis or whatever they're called, were in Northwest Castle. He's got the black shirt. I'm kind of shocked he didn't use the black shirt to kind of take those guys down and get a few levels. But I mean, I get it. They're not like one of those things you think to grind. And we got a ribbon pickup over on Grandiolicious' side here in Ice Cave. So I guess we must have missed it when Groggy Dog was going through. I can't imagine he missed that chest. So, yeah, that's 2 ribbons. Yeah, and Jay Shadell pointing out he did in fact get that ribbon. So Groggy Dog has probably 1 more ribbon than he actually needs with this party. But yeah, Groggy Dog's main thing right now is he's going to do this Ruby turn-in. He's going to get his 2 key items from here, which is, of course, Titan's Trove, the bottom left-hand box down here. He's going to get a key item from that, and he's going to get the key item from talking to Sarda. And we got our first dud item in the Thor's Hammer. And yes, I know. Thor's Hammer was the incentive item back during Swiss, but that was not an incentive Thor's Hammer. That was a dud Thor's Hammer. So not the worst dud item you could possibly see. And these arachnids also have the ability to turn people to poison. Groggy Dog heading into Sarda's cave, and we're going to see what Sarda has. And it is the floater. So the canal and the ruby are required to get in the air. It's got to happen, but luckily able to get caught up here. You know, getting through volcano and ice pretty much unscathed. Doing all the turn-ins, finally getting the canal, and he's going to finally be in the air in probably another 2 or 3 minutes, depending on what he decides to do and how fast he gets there.
Sorry about that. Discord doing Discord things.
It's all good, man. It's good to have you back in here.
Did I hear someone say the air looks like a floater symbols on Corito's side and Groggy? Where'd they find it?
It was the Sarda turn-in. Yeah.
Old man.
Yep, the old man has it. So yeah, Corito. Looks like he's picked it up as well. I must have missed that. I was too busy staring at Groggy Dog's screen. Missed Corito's pickup on the floater. So yeah, both these guys will be in the air around the same time. Kind of like what was pointed out in chat earlier, Corito kind of did lose whatever lead he had by getting that canal early, because Groggy Dog's already cleared off all of that part of the Crescent Lake area. and he's got the floater. So Kurito's
Yep.
gonna have a little bit of catching up to do there as far as getting caught up to where Groggy Dog is.
Yeah, I think that comes back to that second dip bent back down there to see if there was anything extra.
Mhm.
Because had he moved on and made some more moves, then he would probably be in the air as there you go. Groggy Dog's obviously the first one in the air at 50 minutes and 25 seconds. So,
Yeah.
but that's not to say it's still out of reach. Anyone can still obviously win the sea, but I
Oh,
mean,
for sure.
that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Groggy's definitely has a lead in that, he's got an orb. And Grindy and Rob still don't have the canal. So
Yeah. So we know for Grindy and Rob, they need to go to Marsh Cave. They need to get through this ice cave. They need to get to Marsh Cave. And yeah, they got to get there so they can get their canal so that they can do the Ruby turn in and get into the air like Groggy and Kurito did. Again, Groggy Dog has location advantage over Kurito. I mean, he's already done the slab translation. He's picking up his bottle now, so he's going to probably knock out all of that area. Hit up Gaia, do the bottle turn in, hit up Lefane, do the slab turn in. He's picking up some gold bracelets -2.
Yep, he's got the tail, so he'll go over to Cardia, clear those out, see if there's any goodies, level up.
Yep. Well, he's probably not going to do his tail turn in until he grinds his black belt up.
Oh yeah, that's right. He does have the black belt, so he won't touch that until 28 at the earliest. 32 probably though.
Yeah,
he finds a good time.
Yeah, it just depends on if he can find something he can solo grind. He's got a few different places he can head up to look for that. Earth Cave has 3 different 3 different tiles right away on the first floor. Hollow Giants, of course, the Earth tile there. As Groggy Dog slams his airship into the mini mountains that surround Gaia.
Ooh,
and we got fast at level 7. Yeah, but that's at least Black Mage learnable. So, again, it's not going to hurt him not to promote because of where that fast landed.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, given this type of siege, you're not going to get too many level 7 charges, but as long as you get to level 32, you'll still have 4.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's our rod. So that's our required rod.
Rod.
Yeah, I was going to say, of our required items, we've seen everything but the loot, the cube, and the oxyale. So those are the big 3. We've seen 1 dud item so far. Of course, that was that Thor's hammer that we picked up in Titans.
Correct.
And so at this point, with 2 duds out there, what's on the table? Where do you go from here? I mean, obviously, you're going to do Lefane. You're going to do Gaia, which is what Groggy Dog's doing. We know Earth is incentivized. We know Ordeals is incentivized. He's in the area. I imagine he'll go to Ordeals first. But
yeah,
what are you thinking?
I always do Ordeals because otherwise I'm going to forget it. And there goes a dud actually removed. So that's actually good to see. When you have the floater, that's good to see, to be completely honest, because the math works in your favor much better now. But yeah, I'll do Ordeals real quick. You have Warp, so it's not going to be strenuous. To be honest, I might forget. And then after that, I'm going ham. I'm going straight to Mirage.
Yeah, so, and right now we don't have the cube, so you can't get into Sky, but it does look like, Groggy Dog is going to forego the Ordeals check in favor of the Earth Cave check, which I kind of like the plan. Like I said before, there's 3 grind tiles he can check here. Gurpedes, this is one of the more underrated tiles in my opinion. If they roll, never mind,
Gurmedusas.
Yep, never mind, it's over.
They're
this
not
is where we're
having
going to be for a little bit.
Exactly. You need to just be here and destroying them.
Yeah.
I wish you had fire. Oh, fire 2. Yep, done.
Got fire 2. We got lit 2. They do resist ice, but I'd still probably use the black shirt just to do some chip damage. But yeah, he'll be hanging out here for a little bit.
Definitely. They don't hit for nothing. They don't look like they have any touch or anything. So time to go ahead and get your levels up to at least 21.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Get 21 on everybody, and then decide how you're going to solo this. Because I saw that Kurito has a mage stick. I have no idea where he found the mage stick, but he has it.
That's such a good item for his team because it has more value on different teams. Yes, the mage stick is always good, but because he's only got, the knights and those 2 red mages, any charge that they can preserve is great.
Yeah, so again, I imagine Groggy gonna hang out here. He's got his Sun +2. I'm assuming the Mage Stick had to have been in like bottom marsh because I don't remember Groggy picking it up. And he's got enough absorb now where these Gurmaduces will have to crit to do any sort of real damage to him.
They're
So
not
with the
doing
Lit
anything.
2s and the Fire 2s and the Sun Swords and the punching, I mean, this is like a 2-round battle, and he's going to get pretty decent experience.
Yep, and then over a couple levels, it'll start to be a 1-round battle, to be honest. So, and I mean, at this point, with the fact that they're Gurmaduces, yes, of course you want to solo it, but they're Gurmaduces, so you could potentially get 8. You know what I mean? Like you could get 7, 8. So yeah, honestly, just go ahead and keep grinding it because every level up until around 22, you're gonna keep getting basically a level per battle, right?
Yeah,
Depending on the map. So
yeah, somewhere in that general area, they'll be picking up a level per battle. And then if he can get the 21 at least on that black belt, he'll actually start being able to contribute to the party as far as damage is concerned without having to use a bunch of fast and tempers. But yeah, I mean, okay, so what are we looking at? We got a grind happening over here on Groggy Dog's side. Grandylicious looks like he is also in Earth Cave. Where are you? What? Oh no, you're in Marsh Cave. He's in Marsh Cave. He's in Marsh Bottom, clearing Marsh Bottom instead of clearing Marsh Top and getting the canal. And Rob Draven is still trying to get through this ice cave. He keeps wiping here. And I guess Groggy Dog got enough levels. He's seen enough. He's seen enough Gurmaduces, and he's going to go on ahead and make his way through here. Now, this is the big difference between Groggy Dog's team and everybody else's team. He is not checking chests. He is not going to check anything. He's go-moding this dungeon.
Absolutely. So that gives him a huge advantage. Because, yeah, he doesn't have to worry about the tail for a good while, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the fact that Life rolled at level 5, I mean, he has a white mage, so it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even really need, because I mean, fast would be great.
Yeah, the thing he's the thing he's really asps. He is just now finding out that these asps have that poison, that stone poison. But yeah, I mean, so his red mage and his white mage both have life. The white mage has cure 4, so that's the only thing he's really missing out on his red mage as far as like healing is concerned, or as far as like the tail pickup would be concerned. Is that cure 4 on the red mage, but that's not a huge deal.
You don't need that. Escarito picks up his second ribbon.
He'll be fine with the white mage having cure 4. I mean,
absolutely. At a certain point after level 24, like you can just drop the white mage. Because it'll have like 7 charges of cure 4 by 24, something like that.
Yeah,
it's level 5, right? So you can drop the white mage at a certain point because it'll have all the utility by level 5.
Yeah,
Fate's gonna roll level 8. Or another level 7, so you don't need it really.
Yeah, I mean he's looking pretty good as far as what he can use. And there's our cubes. So now, yep. So now we have Sky that's open. So what's left for Groggy Dog to do? He's got Sky, he's got Ordeals, and he's got Waterfall. One of those locations
is a dud.
Could potentially be a dud, or the dud. No, yeah, one of those could be a dud.
I'm going to bank on Ordeals over Waterfall. I know that doesn't make any sense, but it's just a gut feeling.
Well, that's what he's going to hope for. He doesn't want to go to Ordeals. Ordeals is kind of out of the way now that you have the floater.
It is.
It actually makes more sense for him to do this dungeon and then go clear Sky and kill Tiamat and pick up the incentive item there before heading over to C. Because he wants to see the Oxyale over there. He wants everything to kind of route him towards where he wants to go.
That's true.
Ooh, you hate to see that stupid glance land on his black belt, but no big deal. And man, not having to clear Earth, he is already through an Earth cave, and he is more than likely, even with a clamped 150% lich, he's going to be able to knock out 600 HP on this lich pretty easily.
About to body it.
Yep. So we got Harm 3 coming out, doing 32 damage. Wow.
Ooh.
Sunsword doing something, punching. Ooh, and Lich says, "Hey, you called me a speed bump. I am not happy with that kind of verbiage here. As I'm gonna throw some blaze out and kill your black mage." Luke punch and 4 hits, 55, and Lich goes down to a Sunsword to the face.
Well, Groggy Dog lit up another orb.
Yeah, so right now we're about an hour. We're just over an hour in. Groggy Dog has lit up 2 orbs. Grinnylicious has his 1 orb lit after killing Carrie. Grinnylicious finally gets the canal out of Marsh Cave and is going to go on ahead, find his first dud item, and then finally get in the air here in just a little bit once he talks to Sarda. Rob Draven still trying to get this ribbon out of... I don't know what is causing him such issues trying to get out of here. I keep missing whatever happens, but yeah, he's about to take yet another wipe here on these wizards.
Super unfortunate. And Groggy Dog actually going to Waterfall, it looks like.
Yeah. So yeah, interesting play. Again, you would think he would wait to get the Oxio before coming here, but maybe he's just hoping that this is the Oxio.
Nah, I mean, it's not a bad play because it's quick, right? You know, it's not a procedurally generated waterfall. You know where you got to get to. You can warp out as soon as you're done. So, I mean, it's not a time investment that's long. And the chest could roll. Look, no matter what, there's enough chests where you will probably get something of value.
Yeah. Yeah, plus he's got exit and warp. I mean, it's just walking there. And he's got a free spike tile. Like, if something's really good here, let's say, for instance, like the fighter tile or the triple I tile.
Worms.
Yeah, just anything he can solo grind with that black belt, that would be huge for Groggy.
Yeah, if you found some worms or something like that, that'd be the GOAT.
Yeah, and Rob Draven making his 5th or 6th trip down here into Ice Cave. I feel really bad for him. And Corito, ooh, wow, good pickup there on that Ice 3 armor. Yeah, that's actually better than the Opal -3 armor.
That's great. Yeah, Groggy getting, Groggy knows his encounter tables. And it's like, nope, I'm about to get the goatly run. Nightmares. I mean, just blow him out away with some ice.
Yep. Nope, he's got enough. Yeah, I was gonna say he's got enough levels to throw out a couple of nuke charges, and they rolled kind of low.
Yeah, you're right.
Jay Shidell in chat. Yes, Corito, you did pick up that ice armor. Why don't you throw that on your fighter there, buddy? Let's go on ahead and get him some armor. That's a really good piece of armor.
Does not believe in equipping. When you listen back to the VOD, you will definitely believe in equipping afterwards, I'm sure.
Yeah, so ice armor
for helms.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I was going to say ice armor rolls in vanilla 34 absorb. So with that +3, that's like 40 absorb. That's a monstrous piece of armor there.
It's ridiculous, actually.
There's our loot.
Oh my goodness, Groggy's in go mode.
No, he still needs the Oxio.
Oh, okay, yeah, he does. You're right.
Yep.
I forgot.
No, it's all good. We're still looking for the Oxio.
You're right. We're still looking for the Oxio, but it feels good. You got the key. The rod's already been done because you banged out Earth, and you got the loot.
Yeah, the only unfortunate part about this is that he could have gotten that loot whenever. So now he's going to have to double dip this continent. So he's going to have to leave here, go somewhere else, get the Oxio, then come back here. So,
see, that's honestly like, and this is just me showing my inexperience. Those are just like veteran OG ridiculous strats. Like, oh, I gotta visit the continent again. That's like when you start being a beast on Excel and you're like, yo, my macros and pivot table game is too clean. I'm like, all right, bro. I know what you mean, but
we got a question in chat from Violet Weevil. Why do 3 of them only have 3 party members? No donations, no incentives, nothing like that. That's just the parties they decided to do. You can run 3-man if you like. You can bring nuns along. The reason why people will bring a 3-person party is so that they can funnel their experience to only 3 people, and it kind of goes by a little bit quicker versus funneling, having the experience to go to all 4 people. Because each enemy will give you a certain amount of experience, but then it gets divided up 4 ways. Bringing 3 people along, of course, it only gets divided up 3 ways. Yep. And as Bart Reynolds says, less buttons to click as well.
There you go.
Yep. And yeah, it's not really much of a setting. I mean, yes, you can pick a nun instead of killing off one of your party members, which is the old way of doing it. You would what we call Dan off a party member, have him, kiss the ground for a little bit. And Groggy Dog has everything he needs. Looks like he's going to go back into Earth Cave and start working on killing off his party members and maybe grinding up on these Medusas here, because he's got his white mage and his red mage in those first 2 slots. So I'm thinking he might be doing a 2-man grind here. What are you thinking?
Yeah, trying to get those just trying to get those party members bodied so then he can just go ahead and 2-man it up, it looks like.
Yep.
Maybe because he bought fast, potentially getting some levels on the black mage. Just in case, Topher, you might need to go in and throw out a fast or 2. So you don't want to go in with just 3. You do want to be able to go in 4 if necessary.
Yeah. So Grandylicious gonna turn in that tail that he found a long time ago, and he's gonna actually equip the black shirt and the white shirt, so he doesn't have to pick up gold bracelets anymore. He's gonna be able to move some stuff around. By far, the party member that gets the most from class change is the ninja. Just because you can learn level 1 through 4 black magic, you can equip pretty much everything in the game, aside from a few bits of armor. And there's a Vorpal. That's going to be a big pickup for Grindy there.
Yep. And an ice one.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to want to see a katana. He's going to hope that he finds a katana that rolls well.
Overall, not a bad cardio aisle.
Yeah, not too bad. He's going to probably finish clearing the rest of this out. I mean, obviously, we want to see a Masa. We want to see like a high rolling Masa for Grindy. Of course.
I'm still banking on that Masa. What'd I say, Masa 2?
Ooh, dragon armor -5.
Oh, you hate to see it. And no NPC guillotine today, unfortunately.
Yeah, NPC. So we have a flag called NPC guillotine. And basically anything that kind of gets in your way, like bats or dragons or townspeople or something, you can talk to them. And if they have a certain amount of dialogue, they will just disappear. And it's great if you're trying to get through like Earth Cave or Marsh Cave and bats are getting in your way or stuff like that. The only reason why we're not using it right now is because it is bugged, and you can actually break the game or break progression by either not needing the rod or not needing the loot to get through the game. And most people, of course, aren't going to do that because we're watching the restream. We'll see you if you cheat. But, we just want to make sure everything's on the up and up. So it looks like he's switching. Is he switching from the Gur Medusa? No, he was just trying to get out of there so he could save.
Yeah.
So he is going to 2-man this.
Yep.
You know
Makes
what?
sense because the Black Mage is going to do the AoE. You know what I mean? And then what?
Oh, no. I was just agreeing with you. That, Black Mage is going to do the AoE. So the thing... Okay. Hear me out here. This is going to sound crazy. Gur Medusas are great, but it's a big group, and you got to 2-man it because you have no way to kill them with just a solo black belt. I didn't see what the Gurpedes had. I'm assuming they had a lot more HP than Groggy Dog probably wanted to deal with, but that's a better solo grind. It's not great, but you can kill off the black mage and then grind Gurpedes just to do a solo grind on your black belt. Let me see what kind of... Oh, that's because they have like well over 350 HP.
They have that's 350 HP. It's not worth it yet.
No, not yet anyway. Not until he can at least one-shot him.
It's unfortunate too, because if he had that mage stick, then this would be a totally different experience, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if he had the mage stick that we know that Corito found and I think Marsh bottom, then yeah, I mean this battle would be going way quicker. And I would even consider solo grinding Gur Medusas with that. So Grandylicious is going to get us our first look into ordeals. So we know that there's one dud left, right? It's either ordeals or it's in Sky.
I'm calling ordeals, but there will be a ribbon here or Masa.
Yeah, and there's I'm just checking out the tracker. We still got a couple of fetches left. It looks like we've got the herb still out there, and we also have the crystal still out there. So what would really be trolly of the seed is if you didn't get the dud right away, you got something like a crystal, or you got the herb, and then that turned into the dud.
3 gold.
Yeah, and Rob Draven finally, after getting through that horrific ice cave, gets his ribbon in Canal, and he's gonna finally be able to get out of this inner sea area. And I know at this point he's got to be like beating himself up because he had a rough time in Ice Cave.
It happens to the best of us, only to the best of us, I might add. And was off on the Masa and the ribbon, but we got ourselves the herb.
Yep. Well, we still have a chance that the herb could turn into the masa or the ribbon.
True.
Not that those are incentivized. That could be the dud item. I don't know if
That could
masa
be
can
the
roll
dead
dud. I'd have to talk to a dev person about it.
Dud
That sh-
Masa 5, like,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
the greatest
That's
dud
the
of all
best dud
time.
I've ever seen.
Mhm.
Reynolds dud masa 5 is still a dud. I think I'm going to have to disagree with you there, Burt
Yeah,
Reynolds.
100%. 100% going to disagree with you, mate.
All right. So So yeah, Grindylicious done in ordeals. He's got a little bit of catching up to do to get to where Groggy is, because we know that
Yep.
Groggy has cleared Waterfall, but I guess Grindy's done ordeals, so I guess they're kind of on the same page. You know, Groggy doing this grind. He knows he needs to get this grind done. Once his grind is over, you are going to see a person put the pedal to the metal and move.
Exactly. The thumb skills will be too clean because all he'll be doing is mashing A.
And Rob Draven finally making it to Melman's going to see all this great white magic here with the Bruise and Life and Cure 4 all sharing the same slot. We know there wasn't much. And there's our crystal.
Herb to crystal.
Yep. So we know right now that either the crystal's the dud or it leads to the Oxyale. And then that Sky is either going to have the dud or the Oxyale.
Oh, picking up Brack. I like that.
Yeah.
Being able to throw a cheeky Brack on, say, Kraken 2 is always feels good when it comes from your ninja, no less.
Yeah. Corito's still hanging out here in Earth Cave. I feel like he's been in here a little while, finally picking up his cube. And, makes it through speed bump number 1. We know that speed bump number 2 is actually not much of a speed bump, opening up with Blaze.
Touche.
Here's a room that Groggy didn't check earlier. This 5 chest room with 2 different spike tiles in it. We'll see. He probably won't check the spike tiles, but we'll at least see what's in here.
Let's see, 267.
And Grindy's going to give us the moment of truth here. What is this crystal going to turn into? Is it going to be 3 gold, or is it going to be our Oxyale? It is the Oxyale. So Grindylicious in go mode, because he does.
Yep.
Or no, he's not in go mode because he hasn't done Earth Cave, but he's done everything else.
How's he not in go mode?
Because he hasn't done Earth Cave, which has the cube.
Oh yeah, that's right. That has a cube. I'm looking at the rod and I'm just confused. But yep.
And it looks like his guitar is turned on the trucker, but I don't think he's been to Waterfall yet. But because it looks like he's heading up that way now, which we know will give him the guitar, the lute, they call it.
LUTE.
Now, so this is bad news for Groggy Dog, I think, because Groggy is probably going to wait to do ordeals last. He's going to bank that what he needs is in Sky Palace since he has Cube and Chime.
Yep.
And we know that that's going to lead to our 3rd dud item, but at least it leads to the 3rd dud item right away. Like he'll know instantly when he checks that box.
And he'll also get an orb for it though. So it's not complete. It's not time wasting. It's just, he has to go back and do something else. So it's not piecing the things together, so to speak.
And the thing with Groggy
is still not going to check boxes.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was about to say. The thing with Groggy is he's not going to check boxes. He's going to go straight in. He's going to go mode this dungeon. He's going to be in and out of here in about probably 3 or 4 minutes. So
maybe he'll be greater than less than, but probably not.
No, he's not checking anything. He's going to check. He's going to check the incentive, and that's it.
And that's it. You're right. So he's not going to lose time, other than the fact that the moment of truth. But.
All right, Corito trying to find his way to the Lich room. Got a little lost there, but he's going to make his way over here. And he's going to get his first look at Lich and try to light up his first orb.
What level is he at? I think we'll see once we come to the menu. And no, just going ham. Like, I don't need no menuing, boy.
Yeah, I mean, based on his HP, I'm going to say he's like mid 10s, like probably like 12 or 13. I know Rob Draven doesn't have very many levels at all. Because I remember the last time I looked, he was like level 12 or something.
Yeah. DC's will do it to you sometime.
No. No, he's level 18. He just didn't heal up.
Okay.
That makes sense about his HP. but let's just bye-bye. And Corito gets his first orb lit at about the hour 15-minute mark.
Yep. As Groggy Dog gets a house for his troubles and gets to destroy an eye. So.
Yeah, so our dud items, that's the most duddy of dud items is that house.
I don't know about that. I mean, I can still find value in popping that house. It could have definitely been like, mate, that 3 gold is for the people, but you get so tilted. So
that is very true. I mean, to be honest, these are the better dud items I've seen. I mean, I would have been fine with a light axe and a Thor's hammer and a house.
That's what I'm saying. So,
all right. So we know where everything is. On our end, we know where everything is.
We are in no mode.
And Groggy Dog has pieced it all together thanks to that house. He knows that he needs to go to ordeals, and he will get either the herb or the crystal, and the herb or the crystal will lead to the Oxio.
Yep.
So he is aware. He knows what's up. But Grindelicious does not know what's up yet.
He doesn't. Go ahead.
I was saying he still needs to either do Sky or he can't do Sky.
He can't do Sky.
No, he can't do Sky until he does Earth Cave.
Yep. So Groggy's in a pretty good lead right now. I mean, hopefully he doesn't find a floating robot chicken that just nuclears him first turn, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, we can still go on ahead and throw any sort of if you want to see it, throw a robot out there, but it's already too late. We're not going to see Warmech, our buddy.
You try to throw these things in the aether, like, all right, you say you don't want it, but really the secret says that means you want it, but didn't work in this case, guys. I'm sorry.
Grindelicious going to do a mermaid check. He must not be happy with the gear he has.
Hey, look,
because it is definitely not.
You want that katana. And this is statistically, you're not going to find it. Maybe not, but statistically, you got boxes here and you don't have encounters and you can exit out.
Yep. Procate +3 is not too bad. Looks like we're getting some damage done here on Tiamat. He's already done about a third of the amount of HP Tiamat can have. Another 5 hits for 394. So fast does land. He's going to wait with the red mage. Wait with his black mage. I guess he must be out of temper charges. Tia tries to body that white mage, but doesn't. 12 hits, nearly 700 damage. Groggy Dog lighting up his third orb, and he just needs to do ordeals and get the Oxiel, and he's in business.
Bane 5.
Bane 5, actually not the worst thing he could find there. I think the Vorpal's still going to be better, but Bane 5, that's 15 crit right there, man. That's it's not terrible.
It's not terrible at all.
Yeah, regular Bane, not good. Bane 5, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So Grindy going back in. I'm interested to see how many boxes he's gonna open on the way to Kraken. I mean,
he might be checking boxes, man, because he went to mermaids. Granted, mermaids, obviously there's no encounters, so you just grab all the boxes and then you might not check anymore. But given he went for that, he might check boxes, man. He might go check that super far north box that no one ever goes checks. We'll see that, right?
Yeah, we'll see. Rob Draven makes his way through the Ordeal's pillar maze and is gonna head over here to get his herb, which we know leads to the crystal, which we know leads to the Oxiel. Groggy Dog
wasting a warp. I love it. He simply hit the tile, warped there, and then it's like, I'm gonna warp back to the exact same place I was at. Just out of habit. I love it.
No. So he's making his way through as well. Rob Draven made his way through, but it looks like he took a wipe. He's gonna have to go back through. And yes, Grindelicious is going to clear the Sharknado floor, which is one. I hate clearing this. I don't know why. Just not my favorite floor to clear.
But when you go and get that one chest all the way up, I generally find that it's like something good.
Look at Groggy Dog, not even checking the free chest. Does not need
No,
anything that's in Ordeals. He is
no,
level 31. He does not care about nothing.
nothing. I want that one more level, and then I might go see my man Bob.
Yeah. Well, all he has left is to get the, like I said, the Oxiel and kill Kraken, and then he can head into Topher. And I imagine he's fine at level 31. He's fine going in. He'll gain, like you said, one more level, get to 32, and he should be able to make Topher happen. I wouldn't say it's a guaranteed because again, we do have the clamped at 150, and that's all stats. You know, that's hit percentage, that's evade, that's absorb. You know, number of hits they can do.
Mm-hmm.
And talk to the sleeping prince first, then give the herb, then talk to the prince again.
Crystal.
Yep, the old reverse fetch quest chain here as you turn in the herb to get the crystal.
The shoe boop, as some people would call it.
Yeah. And up on our top right here, Kirito feeding giants cake. He must be on the way to Lefane right now to get the his second dud item.
Yep.
And Groggy Dog finally in go mode here, picking up his Oxiel.
And Grindy seeing some lobsters, and as they share the same sprite with scorpions, just a different color, they are also terrible.
Yeah, he's gonna take a wipe on those lobsters. That's the worst, man. That floor, the Kraken's floor, not only does it have like 300 steps or something like that between the stairs and Kraken, so you're gonna see the entire encounter table. But yeah, I mean, it's the only room where you can find like that many lobsters. You know, that huge pack of just lobsters.
And
Groggy Dog like completely define what I would have expected him to do, and he is going to do class change. I guess he does want to go on ahead and be able to equip that black shirt.
I don't mind that, you know what I mean? Because you're only sacrificing 4 more MDef. You know,
yeah.
Like, yeah, in terms of this type of seed where you know it's clamped at 150, it is 150, but it's not 350. Where you're like, nah, I definitely am going to level 40. So I don't begrudge that.
Yeah.
If he was at level 28, I would be like, I don't know if I'm sacrificing all that much MDef, but
well, I mean, and that makes it completely clear that Groggy Dog has no intention of doing any more grinding. He is going to go in at level 32.
That's it. Expediency is the name of the game. I'm just trying to body everything, and I guess, you know, grinding will be a backup plan. If he goes in Topher twice and wipes, then I'm sure he'll go and grind a little bit.
Yeah. So Kirito's taking on some steak up here.
Yum.
He likes to eat the steak, clearly. They are not friends to him.
Girl Tyros.
Yeah,
better than their cousin Ankylos. Much better than their cousin Ankylos.
So Rob Draven trying to do a lot of catch up here. Luckily, you know, getting the ordeals out of the way, he's going to get his Oxiel. He's going to be able to knock out the on-rack location in kind of one go. He's more than likely going to figure out, not more than likely, he's going to figure out that the last stud location is Sky. So that's going to be good for him. He's not going to, you know, he's not going to get that bad news there. He's just got to, you know, again, put all the pieces together, kind of like Grindylicious. Like Grindylicious needs to go to Earth Cave so he can get his cube so he can be in go mode.
That's it.
You know. And Rob Draven needs to do all the kind of same things. Needs to hit up Waterfall to get the loot. Needs to turn in that crystal to get the, you know, the Oxiel. Needs to go to Earth Cave to get the cube. Needs to pick up his bottle out of Provoca.
Yeah, he does.
But the bottle led to the rod.
Yep.
So yeah, it's got a lot going on Rob Draven's plate, and Kirito kind of in the same position as well. Needs to get like kind of, you know, had that commanding lead, finding the canal early, and now has to do a lot of catch up as well. And, you know, his tracker's pretty light on the things that are lit up there, as Groggy Dog is making his way through this Kraken floor that has all the lobsters in the world.
But what's interesting is Groggy obviously spent quite a bit of time grinding, right? Kirito spent actually an effective amount of time, albeit it's been looking slow. He's spent an effective amount of time doing the walking grind, as they say, right? Even if it's been just a few overworld encounters here or there. So he's been able to accumulate levels that are needed for his party. So even though he's kind of going at it at a slower pace, I don't see him running into too many hiccups, right? Because I think once he gets to Topher, he will still be at level 30 something, because he's already in the 20s. So
yeah. So Groggy Dog's going to show us our first, well, not our first look, because Grandylicious is also taking on Kraken. So yeah, Grandylicious gonna use the power of the power bonk here, and wow, Kraken lands a pretty decent hit on Luke, but luckily Luke survives it. Grandylicious not so lucky. His ninja did not take that punch to the face very well, but Groggy Dog makes short work of Kraken, gets through, lights up his fourth orb. That is the power of the black belt here, as he has all 4 orbs lit at the 1 hour 25-minute mark, and he is going to be heading to Topher here in about 40 seconds.
Yep. Might get an obligatory shop in real quick. Make sure you got your heal pots in order over at Corneria, and then we ready to go.
Yeah, and this is the real power of the 150 clamped here. You know, not only does Kraken have 800 to 1200 HP, but you know, Kraken already packs a punch. So you clamp that up even by 50%. I mean, he can only hit harder, is all I'm saying.
Yep.
And yeah, Rob Draven gonna head back down into Volcano. Wiped on Carry earlier. Didn't get the tail because of that wipe. So he's going to head down here and try to get his tail back out of here, and of course light up his first orb. Yeah. And at the 1 hour 26-minute 30-second mark, we've got our first runner on stream in Topher.
Gas D's. But we're gonna run with those.
Yeah. Grandylicious making his way back to Kraken. Hopefully he's going to get a little bit better turn order too, because I think turn order kind of kicked his butt as well. And these lobsters just are no fun.
They are never fun. They are just bodying. Thank goodness, like after this lit 2, as long as he gets thank goodness they'll all be gone.
Yeah. So luckily, while the turn order wasn't great, it could have been worse. And he needs levels, man. Level 19, he needs to like he needs to be like at least like in his 30s, I think, before he heads into Topher. And it's because the ninja just has no HP growth.
Nope. And also you're working with just that and the 2 mages. The black mage surely doesn't get any HP as well. So
yeah, I think I want to say the white mage has better HP growth than the ninja.
It does.
Yeah.
Groggy trugging along here.
Yeah, so Grandylicious is going to show us our second look here at Kraken. Gonna go Brack strats. I don't blame this strat to just try to go on ahead and take Kraken out that way. And of course, neither Brack lands, and his ninja's dead. He's gonna have to pray that this Brack lands, or that he can get his evade up in time. Kraken bodies that white mage, and Bracken.
Brack. There we go. Oh, that's excellent. Because man, I did not want to see him get bodied there. It's all funny games until it's not funny games, to be completely honest. So,
yeah, but luckily Grindy does light up a second orb, just as Groggy makes it to the earth floor of Topher. So he is chugging along there with that level 32 black belt. Grandylicious, you know, still got a couple of things he's got to do. Still got to do Earth Cave. Still got to do Sky.
Black sure getting some work on Rob's. Ooh, Rob's got to get some levels. Just seeing level 14 across the board.
Yeah, that's rough. And we're looking at our first look at our Fiendry fight here. We got Lich 2 on the screen. Big old punch to him is going to do the deal as 8 hits, 434. Speed bump number 3 is out of the way, and we are on the fire floor.
Let's see how crispy Carry 2 is today.
Yeah, I'm going to get away from these red Ds first. As Grandylicious is going to go on ahead, head into Earth Cave, get his last go mode item, which is the cube. But first, he's going to check Earth 1. Again, not really sure what Grindy's looking for at this point. Katana, gotta be. We haven't seen Master. We haven't seen a single Katana. Carry throwing out crack, misses everybody. I am flabbergasted. I can't remember the last time Crack went out and missed everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely doesn't happen when I'm playing. Crack
Nope.
goes through
You know
ribbons
what?
for me, and there's
Ooh,
Nuclear, so a
but everyone
scary
says
skills list. But yeah, that scary skills list doesn't matter when the black belt punches you in the face for 1200 HP.
we made it out alive.
And over on Rob Draven's side, finally getting some retribution on his wipe to carry about an hour ago, and lights up his first orb.
Puts Carrie in their place.
We got some
Now
black belt hate here from Sunflash.
Seafood party pack on Groggy side. Got away though.
Yeah, gonna have to get away from that because we know how hard those lobsters hit.
That seafood party pack, no one likes to see it at all.
No, especially if they decide to just start wailing on one of your mages that isn't even in the front row.
Mm-hmm.
Not even in the front row. Sunflash wondering if he is wrong. I mean, I like punching things for lots of damage, but yes, the strats can be considered boring, with quotations, as we see Kraken 2 on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Now I was going to say, doing pointless things like Lit 2. We got to punch 11 hits, 1018 damage. Kraken ain't going to survive many more of those kind of punches. The stop comes out and does nothing. 7 hits, 527. He is out.
You don't exist anymore, Kraken.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing.
So yeah, Groggy Dog really showing the power of even a level 32 black belt as he is making short work of these clamped Topher bosses.
Absolutely. Gonna heal up for Tia 2. Rob is gonna get himself up, turn it into tail, and Grindy is now in go mode with that cube. Tia 2.
Yep, Tia 2 gets kind of not the greatest turn order because the black belt goes first. So it was only like 4 hits for 2 something as the fast and the temper start coming out now. Tia does try to body that red mage. I mean, that red mage only has 1600 HP, and he's going to go down to that Ice 2 chip damage there.
Oh, well. I mean, he'll get brought back up with a life.
Yeah, it's fine. Going to go on ahead and employ some nuke strats there. May as well use your nukes. You got 5 of them. As more nukes come out. Another punch, 10 hits.
We're done. Go ahead and bring that up. Bring up the old boy.
Yeah.
And now we got ourselves, excuse me, a chaos fight coming.
Yep. Grundylicious, and we got a victory lap going here on Groggy Dog's side. I love to see the victory lap as Grundylicious is going to pull up his Lich battle. He's in go mode, got his cube. He's going to light up his third orb, but we don't care about his third orb. We care about this chaos battle happening here. As 4 hits, 294 happens from Luke as he gets bad turn order again.
Fast.
Yeah, so we got fast and temper. Man, Grundylicious feeding the cake. Too bad Dangwoo's not here to see it.
I know.
So we got White Shirt coming out.
Coming
doing
out
White Shirt things.
Chaos.
That's right. Ooh, Chaos a little evasive there.
Yeah,
I mean, we know a fast and a couple of tempers was there, and he barely did any damage.
Yeah, might want to start locking.
That's what I was thinking too. Throw out some lock strats. It looks like he's doing that. Gonna temper and lock. Lock is basically the reverse invis. Raises your evasion by 40%, or sorry, lowers your evasion by 40%.
There we go. 13 for 1464. Now this is just looking like hold aim pray, basically.
Pretty much. And we got another big old hit, 12 hits, 1400 damage. GG's to Groggy Dog, our on-stream first place finisher. You might notice that Rafe Hates Caleb is in chat with us. He was also on the race. He was our actual official first place winner. He had an official SRL time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 59 seconds. He finished the game kind of right when Groggy Dog went into Topher, and Groggy Dog's official second place time with 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 9 seconds. We're going to see if Groggy Dog wants to join us here in chat and tell us a little bit about his run.
GG's Groggy. And
Yeah,
now
so
the race is on to see
yeah,
who's going to be
exactly.
finisher on stream.
Yeah, so we still have 7 off-stream runners. Cytown Davis, Fry Teeth, and Shouted Flames are all off-stream, and then of course our 3 runners here on stream. So yeah, Groggy Dog crushing it. Awesome. I get to talk to him about his canal and how he felt about where the canal was placed.
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
And let's see, we got some Paralisk on Rob's side. He's in Waterfall. So what? I mean, Rob is gonna be able to piece everything together. He's just gonna have to spend a little bit of time grinding. There's no two things about that.
See here, broadcast booth. Waiting on Groggy Dog to join us. He'll be here soon though. So if he wants to join us, he may not even want to join us. I mean, he's totally fine taking a second place. Sleeping on it, doing whatever he wants to. No, he's coming. He's joining us.
Sweet.
I'm excited. Former Duckling Supreme. So Groggy Dog, I'd like to do a little backstory on Groggy Dog. So when he first joined the community, he was part of our very first Duckling Derby. And he actually got booted in the first week. It was kind of like just a relay style thing, like 3 back-to-back days, elimination style. And he was the only one to get booted out of the first Duckling Derby race ever. Then he decided, you know what? That's fine. I'm going to come back stronger. And he did. And in the second Duckling Derby, he went on ahead and won the thing.
Nice.
Took out a little known tracker of ours, Burt Reynolds, in the process. Which I'm sure Burt Reynolds is really excited that happened. And defended his honor against our current Duckling Supreme in Sir Link-a-Lot against the Duckling Supreme off. So Groggy Dog's gotten pretty good over the last year that he's been with us. And had a really good run in spring tournament as well. I think he went 5-1. So yeah. Awesome racer, as you can tell. Did a great job tonight, coming in second place in this particular race.
Absolutely. Grandy's still checking chest. I saw him going greater than less than. I don't know. I was wondering if he picked up a katana. I'm guessing not, because he wants some chest.
Mm-hmm.
Karito about to take on Carrie.
All right, we're joined here by our second place, first place winner on stream, but second place winner overall, Groggy Dog. How is it going? Oh, didn't bring him in here. Oh no, there he is. Thought I brought him in here. What happened?
I'm back now, I think.
Oh, nice. Okay, so anyways, let's try that again. We're joined in the broadcast booth by our second place overall winner, Groggy Dog. How's it going?
I'm doing well, thanks. As soon as I saw Canal and Marsh, I knew Caleb was gonna win. Not sure what else there's to say.
Yeah, actually, I'm interested to see. I know he's in chat with us. Did you go to Marsh right away?
He said he went ice and then skipped volcano in favor of Marsh.
Really?
It doesn't account for the full 7 minutes that he beat me out. I think he probably just grinded more efficiently. I think I definitely overdid it on the grind. But I don't know. I was so disappointed that gas detail on ice didn't work out. I really, really wanted that to happen. But by the time I had the nuke charges that I felt I could make it work, it was just not a bother.
Yeah, it's just kind of too far away to re-dive ice to try to take that tile down.
Yeah.
I think that you made a better plan in doing the Garmadusas. We did see a mage stick, but it was in Marsh Bottom, and I knew there was no way you were ever gonna find that.
I didn't want to go to Marsh in the first place, let alone go back. So
yeah, exactly.
Marsh Top was real generous as it was. What had Canal, Sun 2, Ribbon, and White Shirt.
Yep.
That was an awesome top 4 Marsh. So I knew I had no reason to go back. There was nothing I was gonna find that was gonna be better than that top 4. All good though.
No, that was great. I was actually, I mean, you've already kind of talked a little bit about the canal, but I do kind of want to ask you how much of that spring tournament, you know, PTSD did you get from seeing that canal just in Marsh the whole time? Gave you everything else. It's like, hey, you got the canoe. Why don't you go check this out? Oh, we got the key too. Check the key locked areas.
For pretty much the entire spring tournament, I was very much of the Caleb school of thought of like, if I'm going up against a better runner, and I frequently was, because like I just kind of lucked out a number of times. You know, like if I think the runner is better than me, I'll go Marsh first and just hope, and it paid off a bunch. And so this time I was very much like, you know what, I got lucky a bunch with Marsh. I don't think I'm gonna have that same luck tonight. I'm gonna do the smart play and go to Ice and Volcano first. It felt really uncomfortable. Like I really did almost go Marsh just because like I hated the levels that I had, I hated the items that I had, hated the magic that I had. But I figured like at the you know, spread we were at, I could get through Ice if nothing else, and then just kind of see how I felt from there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, aside from that early warp and that temper, magic just was not very good. I mean, it was great for later, but it just wasn't good for killing things. We got a robot look. We're looking for a robot.
We're on a different encounter table, so we could potentially see robot here, because you did not see these encounters, Groggy.
No, Groggy just walked across the Bridge of Destiny like it did, like it was like a zero encounter table.
Saw Nacho.
That was pretty quick. It was pretty quick. I didn't mind it. I mean, obviously at that point I would have been happy to see Womack, but I didn't need to.
No. So yeah, Grundylicious is going to see a fighter though. Hopefully we'll take this battle. He kind of needs to. I still think he needs a little bit more levels because he is running that thief comp. But
yeah,
Grundy, that's a fun comp. I've been looking at that for very, very loosely for some of the SG Live flags. I think there are a lot of things that point me away from thief in this flag set. Mostly just that the encounters rate wasn't too high. But I love, for flag sets like this, but with higher encounter rate, I think Thief Rainbow is pretty fun.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, if you've got vanilla encounter rate or like, a spring tournament encounter rate where it's like, 100% in dungeons and 80% overworld, then yeah, I think a thief is pretty viable, especially with Blur's gear. Yeah. And unfortunately, off stream, one of our runners, Davis, looks like he did go on ahead and throw in the towel on this particular seed. Not exactly too sure what happened over there, but Grundylicious is going to take on Tia is going to hopefully get the Brack strats that he needed. Yeah, because he barely got it by cracking with Brack strats.
Mm-hmm. But we're getting a free turn with the dart.
Yep. As more Brack starts coming out, I don't blame this play. May as well do it. His evasion stack's already doing some good here as Tia did not completely decimate that Black Mage.
Did not.
He's got one more Brack charge, and then he's got to start really deciding what he's going to do against this Tiamat. See, unlike Groggy Dog, he kind of needs to.
Oh, that slow hit, ninja, ouch.
Yeah, luckily he should have fast on that Black Mage, so yeah, he's got 2 more charges of fast. He should be fine. But Groggy Dog did not need Brack strats. He punched Tia twice?
Something like that. Yeah, that's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Or.
Although certainly watching Grundy, I realize now that I never actually used the black shirt offensively. Which, whoops.
These things happen.
Yeah, the black shirt though, I mean, yeah, it could have done some chip damage on the Gurmadusa tile and maybe have made the grind a little quicker, but I think they resist ice anyway, so it's not like the hugest thing in the world.
Black shirt's nice. I generally find, even though Mage Stick is still fire too, just because Undead also take damage to fire, I just feel like Mage Stick has a little bit more value. But you can't negate the time, being able to cover time as an arc, right? So.
Yeah, and it looks like Grundy's still trying to take this Tia down. Not doing a lot of damage. I mean, 3 hits, 103, and that's with the thief buffs on. Now, granted, I don't think he's got like great levels on that thief. I don't even think he's over 20 right now. but he keeps tempering that Vorpal up, and finally 7 hits, 539, takes down, takes down Tia, lights up his 4th orb, and he's going to be heading into Topher here in a moment. And real quick, an update off stream. We do have our 3rd place finisher, Sci-Town, with an official SRL time of 1 hour 41:49, has completed the seed.
GG's.
And I would love to talk more to you, Groggy, about your run, but man, we got Rob Draven here taking on Kraken. I got to call it, man. So yeah, more Kraken action happening as that Sunsword, 3 hits for 1 something, not really great.
Nope.
But luckily, I don't know what he was using. He must have just found great armor, because I can't remember the last time Kraken hit somebody 6 times and did under 200 damage.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. We got a Cure 4 coming out. Good turn order. We're also going to get a swing from 2 hits, 147, 674. You got to love to see it. Maybe some fall came out. You don't know. However, we're going to keep going with the white shirt strats. 4 hits, 91 damage. So Kraken has a ton of hits, because even through these evades, still getting 4 hits up, but missing the white mage. Swing, 2 hits and some change. A buck. Another miss. 1 more swing. GG, done.
Yep, 2 hits, 100 damage. That does enough. But yeah, talking about levels, I went a little low on Grandylicious' levels. I thought he was like closer to 20, but he's like 25, which is fine. That should be okay for Topher. I'd prefer a few more levels because of the ninja's HP growth. But man, Rob Draven just now hitting 20, lighting up his second orb here. And Corito is in the river system, just got his loot, and he still has a few more things he needs to do. It looks like he's in go mode minus the tail, but he still needs to light up his water and his air orb.
Yep.
So we know at this point, Rob Draven, he needs to get the cube from here. We know the rod is the bottle turn-in, which we know the bottle was for sale in Provoca, which he might have forgot about, because it's been a while since we saw that. He doesn't have his
Randy side.
I know, I see that. I mean, he doesn't have the katana, so I don't blame that play.
Will we see monster chest?
Now, Rob Draven killed the Kraken, but doesn't have his loot lit up. Did he not go to Waterfall?
I don't know.
No, and Burt Reynolds pointing out, tracking 4 players is tough. And so I totally get that. I do not envy tracking 4 players. But anyways, Groggy, what else you want to talk about?
Let's do it.
You want to talk about that amazing clutch carry kill? Because we were talking about how you went in there with a black belt at like level, 12 or 13, and you made carry work.
The only reason that I bothered with that fight is because I had the white shirt. That was the only fiend I was nervous for the whole time. I mean, like, I felt okay just because I knew, like, I wasn't gonna be losing much if I had to bail out of that for the time being. The tail wouldn't come in handy for a while. Like, I could always just bail and go to Marsh if I needed. But I think I lucked out that carry 2 was way, way worse than carry 1. Carry 1 was pretty soft, all things told, and it feels weird to have to shift things around that much and play that defensively on, an early fiend like that, especially in a seed where it goes max 150. But I was just like, I don't want to come back here, and I think I can do this now, and so I was pretty happy with how we got there. Volcano as a whole was way more frustrating than I wanted it to be. Those spiders with Brack or whatever they had, Squint.
Mm-hmm.
Arachnids. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was just so frustrating. And I'm lucky that I didn't get caught worse than I did doing that. So yeah, that was definitely. I did not feel good about that fight, and I kind of lucked out that carry was pretty soft, all things considered.
Yeah, I think you saw a better carry battle than Rob Draven saw. Did you see the poison damage out of carry?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Then no, you were able to make it work, and I think you had a little bit better levels than Rob Draven. Rob Draven had a really bad time against carry. Like, the hold landed on the fighter, and then sleep came out right afterwards, and he wasn't able to get any attacks off, and then the poison damage pretty much sealed the deal, as they say.
Yep.
Grandylicious already on carry 2, the one that we talked about earlier that deals the crack and nuclear.
Right, I'm scared for the nuke coming out on carry, because yeah, that's potentially setting up for.
Ooh, but nothing
Good
to
for him.
see here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, once you were able to actually get a good hit off on Carrie, I think you one-shotted her, didn't you? I mean, we saw Kraken Nuclear, but you punched her for like 10 hits, 1,200 damage or something ridiculous.
It was the second turn I popped up to 1,200. I hit a fast and a temper, and
Yeah.
that was all I needed. Carrie had really low defense, so yeah. Oh, Kraken had nuclear. Did I see Kraken nuclear?
No.
No. Yeah, I saw the Carrie one. I didn't remember seeing it on anywhere else.
Yeah, I think Kraken you killed in one turn as well. Like I want
No,
to
that
say
was
we
that
saw
was
lit
that
too.
was two as well. And then I first turned. Because I did white shirt temper fast,
Yeah.
and then one shot her on the second turn.
Yeah, the one thing we were noticing in your Tia and your Chaos battle was that, of course, your black belt punched before any of the fast or tempers went off. So
Always.
every single time.
Yeah.
So it looks like Grandylicious is going to see, again, one of our first, like, kind of considered to be gatekeepers here. Groggy Dog showing the power of the black belt, making short work of Kraken, but we may see a lot more of this Kraken 2 than Groggy Dog got to see.
Yeah. Gonna get it fast off in a white shirt. That's a good start.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a good start though. Unfortunately, you don't want to see your white mage go down.
No, not in this particular. You need that white mage to live to at least make it to chaos. And yeah, of course, the Kraken must have went to the Burt Reynolds of school of punching white mages in the back row.
Yeah, and I mean like this, and I don't mean this is a slight on Grundy at all, but like just personally, I think that's an example of why I'd never run with a nun. I'd much rather have a body I can pick up when I need it.
Yeah.
Just to lower the odds that something like that happens.
Yeah, but luckily that sword doing the work there, taking Kraken down. He's gonna have to hopefully move that white shirt around so he can at least stack up some evasion going up against this Tia too. In chat here talking about the probability of a fiend punching your person in the back row is either 12.5% or it's 100%. It's one of the two.
They're not wrong, actually.
And this is kind of one of the real big drawbacks of doing the thief comp is if you do lose your white mage. Now, granted, Life 2 wasn't night learnable in this particular seed. Tia completely he's gonna have to go full on defense sword / power bonk strats. And of course, now that Tia has punched down the black mage, he's gonna go on ahead and start pulling out skills and spells.
Yeah.
Where'd he get bonk from?
Bonk was
Topher, right? Topher locked.
Yes, Topher locked.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, bottom right room.
I mean, he's got the damage. Like, this is... Oh, gosh, that's scary.
Yeah, that nuclear is no fun.
Not fun at all.
Ooh, slow 2 misses. That's
Missing,
good news.
820. Come on. Just one more swing.
Oh, nuclear. That's the second nuclear. It rolls low and he makes
We did it.
through.
Oh, my God.
Ooh, I know he...
Oh,
man.
I'm sweating in the booth right now.
I'm rooting so hard for this Grundy Hero run. This is good. This is good content.
But listen. While we're in Topher, Rob Draven is up at level 26, so that's good to see, actually.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna do a little mini grind here before he kills Lich and then heads into gets his cube and then heads into Sky.
Yep.
And Corito's checking. I am floored,
Mermaid.
baffled, not really sure what Corito's doing. He is.
This is not a shard hunt.
He's living his truth. He's living his truth.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. If he wants to check this is totally fine. We're okay with it. It's just that, he's in go mode. I'm pretty sure he has all the gear he could possibly need.
But at this point, you're not the first runner on stream. It might just be for fun purposes. Like, I just want to check everything, make sure I'm comfortable now. As long as you finish the speed, you still feel
Bane 5
gratitude, right? Like,
yeah.
Exactly. Did we just see him drop the Bane 5?
Oh, Kirito.
and Caleb point out the obvious here. Probably looking for the Massa. Who knows where the Massa is? I feel like we full cleared the whole game.
Massa's going to be in Massa chest. No one checked the Massa chest. and it's gonna
Yeah.
be a Masa chest.
It looks like Grindylicious. Ooh, that
Oh
comes out.
no! Oh
That hurts so bad.
yeah, I felt that one in my aorta, left aorta, mind you.
That's rough, yeah. And Classic Gamer pointed out this is why he needs more levels. It's just that HP growth. Like I said before, I mean, I cannot overstate it enough that they just do not get great HP. You know, even at pretty high levels. And it looks like Grindylicious is going to probably go grind those green dragons.
Might as well.
Yeah, and
Doesn't need much. He just needs a bit more.
yeah, I'd say like at least like 30. He'd be pretty good. He'd at least have like around 500 HP or something. But during that battle, off stream, 4th place finisher Fryteeth with an official SRL time of 1 hour 53:02.
GG.
Yeah, so right now the only off stream runner we're looking for is Shadowed Flames is off stream. Everybody else that's been off stream is either finished or has forfeited out of the race. And then, of course, we've got our 3 on-stream runners currently as Rob Draven picks up his cube and he is in go mode.
Yeah, Rob was definitely going to finish out this seed, and it's great to see. And so is Corito as well. They're both just taking their time, making sure they can get it done methodically. So it's good to see that, you know, we're probably going to see everyone on stream finish, which is dope.
Yeah, and we're going to go on ahead and say goodnight to Caleb. He's going to go on ahead and hit the hay. Our first place finisher, GG's to him.
Night.
Yeah, have a good one. And Corito is going to full clear this area, trying to find that elusive Massa. We never saw it. No idea where it was. We saw the Vorpal, but we never saw the Massa.
Well, I'm kind of curious for the early game. Did pretty much everyone do the same thing in ignoring March? Did anyone on stream go do an early March dive?
Oh, never
so
mind.
Corito actually got so funnily enough, Corito actually did the Galaxy Brain play. When everyone else was checking, you know, Volcano and that area of the world, he actually went down to Marsh and he grabbed the canal first. Where he started to lose a bit of time, though, is he went to the top floor and got it, but then he kind of betted on himself. It was like, oh, well, maybe there's more to be found since he already had the key. So he went to Marsh, and then from there, it kind of snowballed from there. Because by that point, you started to catch up, and you had you had gotten the canal just when he had kind of come out. So
yeah, and chat's helping me out here. I completely missed it. We must have missed it like a million years ago. Is that the Massa was in less than greater than?
Oh. Well, there goes a quick lich.
Surprised to see. I thought, you know, with go mode items, like everything on that, those Gasties would give more. But that's, I mean, you're gonna get that high like 8,000 more consistently. But that's not too much more than I was getting on the Gurmadus, so that's actually good to see. I did think briefly there was a single Ghastly off the reset going into a waterfall, and I thought briefly about taking that fight over. I'm glad that I didn't go.
Well, Grinley definitely making the play. Rob Draven going to go ahead and finish out Sky. We might get some robot chicken this time. We'll see, depending on the encounter table, of course. I know I'm hungry for chicken that is inedible, being as though it's a robot.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how high Grindylicious goes with his levels. I missed what he's at just now. You've got 406 health on the ninja. That's certainly a good start. I think. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think he had a lot of bad luck with getting back road on that white mage. Some of that, like I said, could be alleviated by having that 4th body to pick up, but obviously it's not an option. So I'm really hoping that he has some better luck this time around, because I think under a little bit better luck, he would have had that last Topher. But I think this has got to secure it for him. There's nothing in there that's too nasty as long as you can get rid of it reasonably quick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. He's just gonna have to make sure, as long as his white mage is up. Well, I can't really say that, right? I mean, because that nuke.
At a certain point, it's just about speed. Like that chaos did not have just a ton of health. If he can get a fast off before everything else happens, like he can get that thing down before it does too much damage. I think part of that problem was like he burned so many turns doing defense and bonk, which he had to. Of course, he had to.
Yeah, of course.
But of course, he's not doing himself any favors by having to in the first place.
Nah, that's a good point. I mean, you were just able to go in there, after a temper and a fast, be able to hit for 10, 13. So it's like, all right, bet. Say no more.
Yeah. And that's always the hope, right? I felt that my black belt grind went on a little bit long going into those Gormadusas. But I knew that, even at 150, like, I did not have great armor. And so there, one wrong turn could screw me up. I was boosted a bit by the fact that life was red mage learnable, so I had that second life caster. Man, that always just makes so much of a difference. I feel like I've started running a lot more like red black black, or just like 3-man like fighter red black or something, and so I'm a lot more used to having one caster and just kind of the risk associated with that. But yeah, it felt so much cleaner going in with 2.
We've got Kraken on Kirito's side. Looks like one of his rages is, oh, but Kraken is fish food, as we see Kirito light up his orb, which is great.
I think we've got party comp too. It's good.
Yep. And we've got Atia on Rob's side. Now, Rob's got more levels, feeling pretty good. Got fast going off, a white shirt. Will we get a swing? Yep. 7 hits, 452. Ooh. Sleep going off. Another cheeky temper. Boom. 2 hits, only 40 damage. Throw out a cheeky bang, why not? Fast. And, nope. Tia's like, nah, son. What do you mean? Swinging it again. Another Thor hammer. Heal 2? Not sure. Heal 2. Yep. Cheeky temper. 7 hits, and Tia's down on Rob's side, which is dope.
Good job. That was a good clean fight.
And actually, it's good to see Rob in this position, to be honest, because there was a moment where Rob was severely behind in terms of levels. And it looked like, wow. But, I mean, hey, look, Rob actually has 4 orb lips even before Kirito. And, I mean, there was a time where Kirito had the lead over everyone on screen. So
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of what Rob has got for armor, but, I mean, certainly the levels are going to be fine in this Topher.
Yeah, especially with the fighter cop, I think he'll be fine. The thing that, like, the fact that Rob Draven's been able to catch up is pretty startling. Because he had such a hard time in Ice Cave.
It's great to see, though. And I mean, just to see and just looking at this from an objective perspective, especially if you play the game, tenacity is where it pays off, because obviously we all seen the struggle. Like, that can definitely get you on full tilt, especially when this doesn't really have anything to do but, just value in terms of intrinsic, right? But beating your head against something sometimes, just having the tenacity saying, nah, I'm gonna get it done. And now we see Rob Draven in actually Topher. So
yeah, that's great. Yeah, the fact that Rob's in Topher right now and is kind of ahead of Grind, or trying to catch up to Grindy, it does speak for like you said, his tenacity, because he did wipe out of Ice Cave probably a good 6 or 7 times. And looks like off stream, which I'm sure you probably called already, Shattered Flames did finish in 5th place with an official SRL time of 1 hour 58:22. So it looks like that happened about 6 minutes ago or so. But yeah, so that's all of our off-stream runners have all finished. And we're just waiting on these last couple guys to finish this bad boy up.
All right, I hate to dip out before Grandy gets to the end, but I also have to run now. So thank you guys so much for commentating and for tracking, and GG to everyone who's finished, and good luck to everyone who's finishing the race.
Yeah, any final thoughts or anything before you get out of here? Or is that pretty much it?
You all are awesome. Thanks for doing this.
Likewise.
That's it. That's my
Final
final
thoughts
thoughts.
of my life.
I had a good race. I had fun, and I'm gonna go to bed happy.
All right, man. Have a good night.
See ya.
Night. So Carrie unfortunately was dealing out crack. Unfortunately, it looks like the ninja did not take Dare seriously in elementary school because the case succumbed. However, a nuke is going to come out and they're good to go. The white mage is still up, so they'll bring it back to life.
Well, don't you know? I mean, don't we know now as adults that Dare didn't really do anything? It was actually worse than anything. Now
you would have thought that. You would have thought the ninja might have listened to Whitney at the special where crack is whack, but it's like, I'm sorry, you succumbed.
Yeah, you just hate to see, of the Fiend of Fire refight just peddling crack.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially 2,000 years in the past. Like, what are you even doing?
But you know what? This game was coded in 1980s, something, right? So
yeah,
we all know what was going on back in those days.
That's right. It was all about crack back in the 80s.
We laugh.
Grandylicious does make it. Grandylicious making it through Carry 2. We've got some crazy looking rock and mud golems here over on Rob Draven's side as he's on the earth floor of Topher. And Kirito just needs to light up his air orb, but he's in go mode and has been in go mode for quite a while. He just needs to go to Mirage and do things.
Honestly, I feel like Kirito's at that point where he's just having fun, just want to make sure he finished the seed. And don't begrudge him, right? Because he's methodically doing everything that they want to do. They're checking everything. Maybe they just want a full clear, right? Like, hey, I got a chance to be on stream. You know what? And it's not going to take that much more time. People are still running the seed, so I don't begrudge him or anything. Like, it's a. Even though they may not be the fastest on stream, they're still getting it done in an expedient manner.
Yep, they are doing what they can. As Kraken throwing out some lit 2s. Not really doing a whole lot. I mean, obviously punched that black mage out. And, we know that stop is the next thing. We never saw past stop on either Groggy Dog or Grandylicious' first dive through. So we're going to see if what else Kraken 2 has as more Invis stacks come out, more power box happen, another lit 2. What are we doing here? We've got an attack coming out. 2 hits, 187. That is not what he wanted to see.
Nope.
Gonna go on ahead and throw some locks out there and heal 3.
Kirito will eventually get his Masa, which is beautiful because great.
Yeah. Burt Reynolds. Yeah, those thief fixes, huh? That Masa. What did the Masa roll? I didn't even see what the Masa had. Oh, it was a vanilla Masa. Okay, that explains it. Tornado coming out, so we get to see all of Kraken's skills and spells, but gets through that battle.
There we go.
We know the real gatekeeper appears to be Tiamat, as he goes on ahead and tries to bring the rest of his party back up.
Now, you know what? I'm always bring your party back up, but in this case, I probably would have waited until the tile just before Tia. You know what I mean? Maybe Grindy knows the encounter table, so he might feel confident in that, but I'd just like to wait just before, because I don't want to get bodied again and then have to use another charge.
Yeah, for sure. But Grindy heading onto the air floor. Rob Draven made pretty short work of Carry, it looked like, as
got some arms.
As he is on the seafloor. So he's only 1 floor behind Grindy. Man, Rob Draven really getting caught up here after that rough early start. Is able to make it up. Shattered Flames in chat wondering where Powerbonk and Masa was. Powerbonk was in the bottom right chest of Toph, regular Toph, and Masa was in greater than, less than, which is what Kirito's about to check here in a moment. X-Cal was in Dwarf Cave, I think, Dwarf Locked.
Yep.
And Katana, we never saw one. At least I never saw one, unless our trucker saw one.
I never seen one.
Yeah. And Defense Sword, I remember seeing, but I don't remember where we saw it. Was it Defense in was it in Volcano, or am I getting that mixed up with a different seed I played?
I don't remember.
Tracker? Oh, it was in Sky. There you go. And Kirito. picking up a pro ring, picking up his regular old Masami in there.
Martha.
Hopefully he'll finally stop checking chests and kind of move it on a little bit here as Grandylicious takes on Tio. 2, Rob Draven getting set up for his battle against Kraken, maybe? Yes. Gonna leave that fighter in the front row. Gonna protect his 2 mages. I kind of like the play. Sort of. Depends on what Kraken decides to do as he goes into his skills list and throws out a Blizzard. Fasted up Sun Sword Knight, or is that an Excal that he's wielding?
Not sure.
Definitely not a Masa.
Mm-mm.
That was either 6 or 8 hits for about 400 damage there. Ooh, but he showed him a receipt there with 6 hits of 551.
Pretty much.
And another kind of biggish hit, 5 hits. 237. Cure 4 comes out. He's good to go. Gonna throw some locks out there. Grandylicious also taking on Tiamat 2. Not really getting much issues there.
Nope. And Corrido's still checking chest, or
Sure what he's doing, but it doesn't matter as we get a Quad X on Kraken. You love to see the old instant death on a Fiend refight, and Grandylicious on the Chaos floor. Rob Draven gonna pull up Tia 2 here in just a moment. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, didn't see all the nukes come out. No, or was it Tia that had all the nukes, or was it Chaos that had all the nukes?
Chaos has the nukes. We've seen a nuclear, I believe, from Tia, but Chaos has the nukes.
That's what it was. Because I remember I thought he made it to Chaos with the solo ninja.
Defense is in Sky, yeah, in that one.
Yeah, so going ahead, fast up. We got Power Box happening.
Gonna get some temper in our lives. Gonna get some defense in our lives. A bit of, was that fog?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
may as well try to get some of that absorb up.
It was Cure 2. Get some more defense in our lives. A bit of heal 3.
Corrido's on the Bridge of Destiny. Are we going to see a Warmech? Are we going to ever see Warmech today?
I mean, I don't know. If it's a single Nacho, maybe not, because that's the same encounter table Groggy Dog went in on. But nope, we're seeing slimes.
Yeah, we didn't see slimes before.
All right.
All right, let's keep looking at this Grandylicious Chaos battle here as he takes him on. Temper coming out. Thief's going to finally try to attack here. We're going to see what happens here. Big ol' hit. 6 hits, 1,027. That's about a third of what Chaos could possibly have. I don't think Chaos is going to be much for this world here if he can get at least 2 more hits off. More evasion stacks coming. Rob Draven looks like he's moving on to Bane strats, trying to kill off this Tiamat here. That Sun Sword's not doing anything.
Bane coming out from Chaos, actually.
Yeah. And then 1 more hit. That should do it there. 8 hits, 13, 12. GG's to Grandylicious, our 6th place finisher with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 15 seconds. We will try to get Grindy in here to talk about the seed here in a moment. While we call the rest of this Tia battle, if you want to go on ahead and knock that out.
Absolutely. Got to swing 3 hits, 79 damage. Gonna throw some heal 3 in our lives. Ice 2 coming out from Tia. A swing, 2 hits, crit, 143. Fun has dark. Nothing. Ooh, nuclear. Yep, nuclear coming out from Tia. We survive. 4 hits, 136. All right, clap your hands, everyone. We got it done. Gonna heal pot for a bit. And we've got Korea taking on Tia 1.
Yeah, and we got Grandylicious in here hanging out with us. Grindy, how you doing?
GG.
I'm good. I survived.
Yeah, you did. That was a little scary there. That first Chaos battle with your solo thief did not look very fun.
But GG's, my man. You made it happen.
Thank you.
Nice. So we would ask you some questions, but Rob Draven's actually taking on Chaos as we're about to take on Chaos as we speak, and Corrido's taking on Tia 1. So his Tiamat battle looks like it's going pretty easily. He's got his Massa on one of his red mages, it looks like, and Vorpal on the other red mage, and I guess maybe the Excal on the knight. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but he has plenty of firepower and should be able to take out Tia 1 as he does, and lights up his 4th orb and should be heading into Topher here in a moment. Down on Rob Draven's side, though, we've got white shirts. We've got Fast coming out. We got a Vorpal attack, 3 hits, 91, doing Vorpal things. We got more white shirts. We got more Tempers. Vorpal still doing Vorpal things, but a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
More Tempers coming out. I'm assuming at least one more white shirt. No, probably doesn't need to because Chaos totally whiffed on that back road Black Mage there.
Oh.
Speaking of back rows, I'll talk to you a little bit more about that Grandylicious in your first dive in Topher. 4 hits, 197 out of that Vorpal. Vorpal really not doing a lot here. We need to get some Tempers. We need to get some locks. We need stuff happening here.
Yeah, we certainly do. Got some more temper in our lives.
Yep, 3 hit, 272. And yeah, Have going at it again. Finally, we got a pretty decent hit. 7 hits, 530. Now we know that Chaos rolled pretty close to like max HP. It was somewhere between 25 and 3000 HP. So he needs to get quite a few more of those kind of hits off there on Chaos in order to get through this battle. But he's chugging away. Luckily, Chaos isn't throwing all those nukes around like he did against Grindy earlier.
Nope. But even with a nuke, he'll still be able to squeeze this out. His knight isn't going to go down to the nuke.
That fighter's not going anywhere to a nuke.
No.
Mm-hmm. So he'll be fine.
Yeah. So just more of the same. He's going to start throwing out nukes while we heal 3 it up and just keep attacking with the Vorpal. I think that's probably the best plan.
The
here.
war of attrition.
And yeah, 4 hits, 344 GGs to Rob Draven, official SRL time of 2 hours, 14:39, our 7th place finisher. And we'll try to get him in here in a little bit. But first things first, Grandylicious, how did you feel about that canal and where it landed?
I was not happy.
Yeah, I don't think very many people were.
I checked ice and fire and friggin' the old men, and I instantly knew it had to be back there in the marsh where I left it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you're not the only person that made that play that checked pretty much everything before going to Marsh, including all the key lock chests, including, all of Volcano and Ice and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Funny enough, Dorito was the first one actually on stream to get go to the Marsh and get the canal. Well before any of y'all, actually.
Yeah, so... going with Thief, what made you decide to go on ahead and bring a Thief along as opposed to like a traditional fighter or black belt in this particular seed or this particular flag set?
I don't like black belts at all. I don't know how to play them. I can't do it, and I just wanted to. I've been trying to do something different besides the fighter all the time, so I've been taking a Thief.
Nice. Not to cut you off here, but let's go on ahead and give a big old GG's to Rob Draven hanging out in the booth with us. How you doing today? Thought I pulled him in here.
You know how Discord be doing that old thing. You think you pulled someone and then you didn't. But congratulations, Rob Draven's in the booth with us. GG.
Hey, GG. It helps if I push to talk.
Yeah, it does help if you turn your mic on. Exactly. So yeah, I'm going to ask you the same question I just asked Grindy. How about that canal?
Yeah. If you recall, at the beginning of the seed, or before the seed was rolled, or right around then, I called that canal was supposed to be behind key-locked marsh. How little I knew.
Yeah. How little you knew that the red herrings of the early canoe and early key were just going to be totally worthless, and that you were going to still find, the canal just hanging out in Marsh Cave, not behind key locked. What are you going to do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that ice cave.
Oh.
Ooh.
Don't even get me started on ice, man.
Yeah,
Talk
we
about
kept
the
looking, and I was like, I saw you pick up that ribbon like 4 times, and I was like, what? It keeps happening to Rob. He's picked up this ribbon like at least 2 times now. So
The
I'm
game
assuming.
really, really wanted me to earn that ribbon.
You ain't
and
lying.
then, and then when I found the canal and marsh, and there was another ribbon sitting right next to it. That was like a slap in the face.
Yeah, that ice cave definitely gave you a harder time than I think it gave anybody else. Now I know Grandylicious also got pushed out of ice cave, but he left and went to volcano. And you also went to volcano first though, but then you took a wipe on Carrie. Carrie was not nice to you.
Yeah, she was not.
Confuse wins it for me.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's right. I forgot. Yes,
You did have
Grandylicious. Thank you for
contrast.
bringing that up. You put on a heck of a clinic against Carrie with that particular party. We were kind of concerned about how you were going to deal with Carrie with a thief with wielding a falchion, I think is what you had. And
I think that was it.
yeah. And of course with the tempers and stuff, but yeah, you got that confused the land and she never shook it. Is that the word I'm looking for? Never could get unconfused there. So you were able to make short work of Carrie, and you lit up your first orb just right behind Groggy Dog. You and Groggy Dog were like kind of neck and neck the whole seed until he got his grind. And once he did his grind, he just put the pedal to the metal. And I was gonna say you were kind of ahead until you took that wipe in Topher, and then Rob Draven kind of caught up to you. So it was getting pretty close there in Topher once Rob Draven kind of got out of the NRC. The NRC was just, yeah, it was not fun for Rob.
I felt super far behind when I saw a floater at about an hour in, and I was like, yeah, I bet everybody else is flying. They're all enjoying life.
Yeah, I want to say, like, we talked about this before. Carito was actually the first to find the canal. He went to Marsh Cave right away, and got it, but then kind of did like, hadn't done the key lock checks yet, so then did that, cleared bottom of Marsh, and then finally got out of the NRC and was in the air around the same time as Groggy Dog, but Groggy Dog had already cleared all of Ice Cave, cleared all of Volcano, killed Carrie, and had just finished up Marsh Cave. So Carito still kind of had like a little bit of catching up to do by that point. So, any other thoughts about the seed? I mean, I don't really have any other questions unless Kayosama has something.
I would almost want to say that whoever rolled it's fired, but
What?
yeah.
What's that now?
Really though, actually, I mean, trolls aside, that was a relatively enjoyable seed.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, that's like I don't know. I feel like that canal was like standard trolley spring tournament placing of canal. Is like you're gonna get all these things that make you assume you're not gonna have to dive Marsh Cave, and then it's gonna be in Marsh Cave anyway.
Yeah.
So I'd seen way too many seeds of that practicing for spring tournament, where the canal's just right there. Just you could have gone there, like 3 minutes in, and pulled the canal out and been gone. But nope, you're gonna full clear ice and volcano before you do anything else.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just, I mean, the canal being where it was at is one thing. And to be honest, volcano and ice would not have been so bad if I'd been able to pull that one. If I'd gone to Marsh early and gotten that ribbon there, it would have been a lot easier there on me. Because I mean, besides the wizards that just like to ambush me and just smack the heck out of me, like there was like death touch stuff, and there was all sorts of nastiness in there.
Yeah, I think Rob Draven saw pretty much every horrible thing. And Carito on Kraken 1 or Kraken 2, I'm sorry. So he's been in Topher for obviously a little bit now. He's going to try to one-shot this hopefully. Blizzard's going to come out. We saw that before. Not going to do a whole lot to this party. Looks like he's going to hedge his bet on this Red Mage. The interesting play, as he's got 3 damage dealers. He's got Vorpal, Excal -2, and Masa across his 2 Red Mages and Fighter. So instead of buffing up one, he's kind of spreading it among all 3 characters here. But it's actually looks like it's working pretty well. I mean, his Knight isn't doing great damage, but at least his Red Mage with that Masa is able to do some damage. 3 hits, 167, takes down Kraken 2. And he's going to move on. He's got to get past this Naga water battle first. So yeah, the one thing I'd like to say is that I thought it was interesting to see all the different party comps. I don't think I've seen such a varied party comp on the same screen in my life. Groggy Dog went fight Black Belt Rainbow. Grindy went Knight Black Mage White Mage, right? Or no, sorry, Thief White Mage Black Mage, right?
Yeah.
And then Rob Draven, you went Fighter White Mage Black Mage.
Yep.
And then Corito went Fighter Double Red Mage. So it was like a Thief comp, a Black Belt comp, a couple of Fighter comps, but with different 3-man strats going on. It was pretty wild. And Corito throwing tempers all over the place, just peppering his party with tempers. Trying to figure out what he wants to do, because that Knight did no damage to Tia with that X-Cal -2. X-Cal -2, doing X-Cal -2 things, and that Masa's not doing great damage because it's in the hand of a red mage. So it's going to take a little while to get some actual damage out on this Tiamat.
So where was
yeah,
that Masa sitting?
It was in less than greater than, right?
I think so. Sounds right.
Yeah, because Rob, were you doing the Sun Sword or the X-Cal? I couldn't tell because the sprites were pretty similar.
I went to X-Cal.
Okay.
But by the time I got to Mirage, I was already in no mode, so it was like, or I was already in full go at that point. So it was like, no sense in digging anything else out.
Did you have the Vorpal as well?
I did have the Vorpal as well.
Okay, because that was in Cardia, right?
I believe so, and yeah, I when I picked up the Vorpal, I was like, okay, look at it. Then of course the attack power. I'm like, no, not for regular stuff. And then when I got to Chaos, I'm like, you know what? Throw the Vorpal on. Let's just go.
No. Well, Corito is luckily the slow 2 landed on his Knight that has the X-Cal, so at least it wasn't the Masa wielding red mage there. Trying to think about what he wants to do. Gonna have to dive into those Cure 4s. He's just not doing. It's unfortunate where all the items he decided to put places. Like the X-Cal 2 is not going to do damage anyway, or X-Cal -2 in the hand of the Knight, especially a slow 2 Knight. And then your red mage just doesn't have the strength or the hits to really make the Masa do anything. And so we're finally starting to really get some hits there. As 2 hits, 114 is coming out. Heal Helm Stratch just to kind of preserve charges here as Quad X comes out, does nothing. And 1 hit, 1 damage from the Masa. Complete whiff on that X-Cal. I don't think he has fast. Does he have fast, Duchess?
Found one of the red mages.
Okay. Jay Scheidel screaming to use the nuke charges. I don't blame you here either. You're going to do a lot more damage with nuke. Here comes Nuclear coming out, doing about average damage there, around 200 damage to all the characters. More heal helms coming out. 1 hit for 63. Another white shirt. I think you've got plenty of evade. Let's get to some damage as 4 hit 73 comes out. 1 hit, 1 damage from that X-Cal -2. 12 hits. 12 damage. 4 hits, 85. And yeah, chat's just screaming, just going ahead and use the nuke charges. Going Dang Strat's going to try to feed Tia some cake. That's going to be ineffective. 1 hit, 1 damage. Ice 2 comes out doing chip damage. You got nuke right there, buddy. Just use it. You've got fast. You could fast up the thing. He's trying to figure out what he wants to do. Cure for the red mage. It's not going to work though. His Nuclear is going to probably take out the Masa wielding red mage. He's down to no HP. Cure 4 is going to come out. Luckily lands on the Knight, but that Knight has been slowed and he's wielding an X-Cal -2, it's not going to do much of anything. He needs to either use fast or start breaking out nukes to do any sort of damage. Man, crits, one hit, 156. Tia misses the red mage in the back row. Vorpal, 2 hits, 67. 1 hit, 26. Finally using a fast on that slowed down fighter as Ice 2 takes out the other red mage. And he's got a slowed fighter. I don't think the fast ever went out. So this is going to be hold A and pray for crits as Nuke comes out, fire 3. He is going to run out of HP here at any moment. Blaze comes out for 54. Nuke, the second nuke comes out down to 69 HP. 44 damage. At least he's landing hits and he just goes on ahead and resets. He knows. Yeah. Yeah, you can't really pray for crits from a super low crit weapon anyway. And the -2 modifier doesn't help either. Takes that crit rate of 5 down to 3. But he's going to go head back into Topher here. All right. Well, since that chaos battle's over and Corito's heading back into to Topher, any other thoughts about this particular flag set or seeds or anything you guys want to talk about?
I had a good time with it. I make the bad habit of looking at just enemy and boss percentages and basing my whole game on that. So I thought it was going to be really easy with just 200 and 150, and it was definitely a lot more challenging than I thought I was getting into.
Yeah, I think the 150 clamped is deceiving because you see the number 150, you're like, oh, that's like 50% more, right? But yeah, I mean, the Topher bosses in vanilla, you know, already have like pretty high absorb and evade and all that stuff. And then you just, you know, tweak it up just a tiny bit and yeah, it can make it a little bit tougher for sure. So yeah, heading back down. Gonna take this Catman battle. You know, try to feed them a bunch of cake, and that's about the most Catman I think I've ever seen fall into the crack. Gonna talk to the steel plate there before playing the guitar for it. Go on ahead and keep it moving.
Oh yeah, where was my guillotine? Why did I have bats get in my way?
I know. Yeah, we talked about the NPC guillotine for a little bit, and yeah, you know, just because we still haven't gotten it fixed on the live site yet, we couldn't use it for this particular seed.
Oh, okay, I'll let it slide.
Granted, I imagine most people aren't going to try to sneak past progression, especially with trackers on and stuff. Hey, wait a second. He doesn't have a loot in his inventory. How is he in Topher?
I can't wait for the guillotine to be fixed on live.
Yeah. I think that stuff's going to get pushed here pretty soon. So yeah, let's talk about a couple of things that are coming up right now. Oh, as Corito continues on. So yes, first off, join the Final Fantasy Randomizer Discord if you are in chat and have not yet. I'll go on ahead and put that thing there so you can do that kind of stuff. And it's not going to let me because I'm not signed into my own name. Never mind. Somebody else will have to do it. But join the Discord, learn everything you could ever know about Final Fantasy Randomizer and how the game works and all that fun stuff, right? You got a couple of events coming up here. We have Fall League coming around the corner. Teams of 4 battling it out. Each racer will race once a week, and we will do a Mario Kart style points system. At the end of the week, everybody's points will be tallied up, and that's kind of how things will go. We do 4 rounds of, I guess, what would be considered like regular league, and then we'll do 2 rounds of playoffs, leading to a final 4v4 co-op craziness. for the finals there in the fall league, and that starts up at the end of September, right? September 27th. So if you don't have a team, I was gonna say, if you don't have a teammate, go on ahead and join the Discord. Go under fall league area and say, hey, I'm looking for a teammate. Let's make this thing happen. And you'll find probably 3 other people to join you, and you can start up your own team and hang out with us. If you're not really into league stuff and finding teammates and all that, we are on our road to SG Live, Speed Game Live. It is an online tournament, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And these are some of the flags that we are actually using for it. And all you got to do is just go to Speed Gaming Live and sign up for it. It's that simple. You know, we got qualifiers that are happening. We have a qualifier happening tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time over on Speed Gaming. And we're going to do 8 more qualifiers after that before the tournament proper. And there'll be more information about that, of course, on our Discord if you want to join us, as Corito makes it past Lich 2 and is on the fire floor. Grindy, are you signed up for it? I know Rob is not.
I have not signed up for it. I didn't realize it was something that I could just sign up for. I figured it was all the much better people that were doing it.
Oh no! No, and actually, I am signed up for it.
You are signed.
But yeah, actually, Grandy, if you jump in, then we actually got 3 people looking for a team right now.
Oh, for the fall league, yes.
I'm in the fall league. I've got the fall league. I'm with a bunch of other ducks.
So yeah. Oh yeah, never mind. You're in. Yeah, never mind. You are in there.
Yeah, aren't you on Caleb's team?
I'm not.
No.
I'm with Cinema Bee.
Oh, that's right.
I think Jay Scheidel I'm with. And can't think of who the other one is.
Demon.
Yeah, Demon RHK.
That's right. Yes. No, the SG Live thing is its own thing. It's its own little
the SG Live
tournament.
Looks like it's going to be people that are really good, and I am not.
I wouldn't say you're not good.
No, I'm not really good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really good. I just show up and play every now and then.
And I have fun coming in, especially these weeklies. These weeklies are super fun.
Yeah. Weeklies are great. I mean, we use these weeklies right now. You know, I want to thank Randomania for having us. Of course, our restreamer, Jay Scheidel, for obviously making sure we're on Randomania, doing our thing, for just getting us out there. Lets us test some flags. These flags are actually flags we're looking into potentially using for the Speed Gaming Live pods round. So obviously we want to throw them out there for everybody to try out and see what they think of them, give us any sort of feedback, and then we can potentially go live with these flags for that particular event. We did the same thing leading up to Fall League. We ran our entrance floor and free enterprise flags last week, and the week before that I think we did the Shard Hunt and we didn't do Chaos Rush. What do we do? Oh, the classic flags. So yeah, the weeklies are great. Gets players out here to play with us, and obviously be able to test out all the different types of flags that people come up with. Make sure that the events that we run are going to be fun, and that the flags are going to be flags that people actually want to participate in. And man, these waters are giving Corito the business. Hopefully he's got life on that. Yeah, he does. He's got plenty of spells. So yeah, Corito, keep going down on this Kraken floor here. Trying to get past this Naga water battle, and then more waters. Way too much water on this particular floor for his liking. Luckily able to get through it. Hopefully he learned a little bit from that Tia 2 battle and has his changed up strategies a little bit as he comes in hot into this Kraken 1 battle. He's going to go on ahead and heal up first.
Kraken ruined my first dive.
Yeah, I was going to say, Grandulicious. I meant to talk about that. Yeah, so yeah, you like how Kraken just went on ahead and just completely wiped out that white mage? Just didn't even care.
It was worse because he didn't even kill the black mage either. Like, he was just like, nah, you can stay.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll let Tiamat kill your black mage. First turn, back row, your black mage as well. You really did get like the crappiest turn order when it came to the your first dive in Topher. Kraken one-shotting your white mage, and then Tia 2 one-shotting your black mage, and then you having to solo chaos. And he's like, I've got all these nuke spells, right?
I was really hoping he didn't. Like, I saw the double nuclear on Tia, and I was like, all right, maybe Lich or Carrie had the nukes, and I'll be safe for this. And sadly, that wasn't the case.
Yeah, and blink and you miss it. And Credo makes pretty short work of Kraken 2. I stated earlier that I thought Kraken 2 rolled close to like the max, but he looked like he kind of rolled closer to like the 9 or 1000 HP range, because he made pretty short work of him. Granted, I don't think he had nearly as high of evade and absorb as Tiamat does. So hopefully he learned from that, and we'll get some more lock 2 strats and fast strats going out. And he's obviously already got the massa there on that on the knight, so that's already a plus there. As we've got Tia 2 pulled, second time through as tempers come out, and let's use that fast. Awesome. Of course, the fighter goes first. 3 hits, 82 damage. That's significantly better damage output than he was doing in one round of combat with all 3 characters in the last round. So that's at least a good sign, as we got heal stick and heal helm strats coming out. Ice 2 doing Ice 2 things, as 8 hits, 450. That is way better damage than we saw last time. So this is going to be infinitely shorter. He's got to feel a lot better about the damage he's seeing. White shirt, getting the evade up. Heal stick, healing up. 15 HP at a time. Ink strats coming out, doing nothing. 4 hits, 307. More heal stick, more white shirt, more Tia attack. You might want to use a Cure 4 on Rudy. Rudy's in that nuke range. Got more heal sticks. Gonna think about doing Cure 4? Don't think about it, just do it. Another attack comes out. 8 hits, 459. Tia 2 goes down. And we've just got one more battle to go. Going on ahead and throwing caution to the wind, not healing up after that battle. It would have been really unfortunate if he got like ambushed by those frost vampires. Please heal up. Please heal. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, before he gets started, if you do join the Discord, obviously check out the Duck Pond so you can learn a lot more about the Final Fantasy Randomizer. I'm Gregory Puff. I run the Duckling program currently, which is kind of like geared towards newer players. Post seeds every Monday night, or not Monday night, Monday afternoon or morning around like the 10 a.m. time. And it's just an asynchronous race, man. Just run it on your own time, post your time, talk about the race, learn some strategies. As Carito gets good turn order there. Looks like a fast and a temper went out. He's trying to think about what he wants to do with his knight. Goes on ahead and starts throwing out Fog 2s. So triple Fog 2 is gonna actually do a lot, I think. Gonna get that absorb up there. I think it's 16 absorb per cast. So that's massive when you think about it, because something like the the ice armor that we found, or sorry, flame armor that was a +3 that we found way earlier that has 40 absorb, you're already adding that much absorb by doing 3 fog 2s. So it's only a matter of time before, even if Chaos is landing like 12 hits, that he's gonna do like 2 hits, 2 damage or whatever. And then Chaos, of course, like I said, 2 hits 90, 6 hits 304 from that fasted, tempered, massive wielding knight. He's going to keep the Fog 2 train rolling. At this point, I don't think Chaos could even hurt him with a hit. 6 hits 330. Yeah, 2 hits 32, so that's got to feel pretty good. Keep the attacks going. Let's go on ahead and move on to full-on attack strats, tempers, and locks. That must have been a misclick. I don't think he meant to temper up his red mage, but it doesn't matter because that red mage is dead. Huh. I thought you left us, buddy. Nope, he's gone. 9 hits. 739. See you later, Chaos. Corito 86 with an official SRL time of 1 hour 43 minutes 42 seconds, finishing in 8th place. GG's. That is it for us. I'm going to pull Corito in here in just a moment to have a quick word with him before we get out of here. Actually, I'm going to ask if he wants to interview, and if he doesn't, then we'll see. Let's see your interview. Yeah, get your GGs out there for everybody. I'm really happy we went on ahead and put this race out. Fighter Tiamat too, like that. Going ahead and hit the timer if you don't mind, Jay Scheidel. Once Corito hits broadcast waiting room, we'll pull him in here and ask him a few questions about the seed. While we're waiting on him to ask a few questions, I'm going to get final words from you guys since we are getting pretty close to the 3-hour mark on this seed. Grindy, any final thoughts, questions, comments, concerns about this particular flag, or any thoughts at all about Randomania or the Discord or anything like that?
Join the Discord. It's fun. If you don't know how to play randomizers, everyone helps out. I just started playing right before the spring tournament, and I've never played a randomizer. Now I play it a lot. And the Final Fantasy one's like way better than anything else I look at, so you got that going for you.
It's awesome. Excellent. Well, before I get final thoughts from you, Rob Draven, Corito, how are you doing? Okay. Corito's back in broadcast waiting. I'm going to pull him back in. Corito, how you doing?
Doing good. Going by
Excellent.
Tiamat 2 right there.
Yeah, we were kind of wondering the, going with the full-on offense with the Massa Vorpal Excal 2 road, but the Excal 2 wasn't doing enough damage in the fighter's hands, and the Massa wasn't doing enough damage in the Red Wizard's hands. So yeah, that Tia 2 definitely was a lot easier once you threw the Massa on that fighter.
I was actually contemplating of switching, leaving it like that and use the fast to see if that actually helped any.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. What do you think of? Well, actually, I was going to say you were the first person on stream to find the canal. How did that feel?
Find what?
The canal.
I was following the trail, the breadcrumbs that I was getting with all the site with the quest items.
That's awesome, man. Do you have any other thoughts or anything about the seed? I mean, we kind of watched you get that canal, get into the air kind of early, run through a few of the dungeons. You seem like you didn't have like any issues. You just, played your game methodically and did your thing.
First time actually doing it with a 3-man team, though.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, fell with Tia 2, I did actually pretty well with 3-man team with the
It went pretty well on your end. So yeah, like I was mentioning to the other guys before, since we're hitting close to the 3 hour mark, we're gonna go on ahead and just get some final thoughts here. Rob Draven, now that we got final thoughts from Grundy and he's out of here, you got any final thoughts, comments, concerns, questions, anything you want to say?
No, I just want to say, hey, if you want to come join the randomizer community, the FF randomizer community is a great one to join. And hope then, as for this, I was looking at the duckling seed for this week, and it looks very similar flag. So I'm hoping it's not as trolly as the one we just ran.
No, it's not that bad.
I actually never ran a duckling seed until today.
No. That's awesome. Mom, yeah, I was going to say you did run it earlier, so that's good. Awesome, Rob Draven. Good having you. Good GG's on your time. Carito, our SG person. Any final thoughts, comments, questions, concerns about this particular seed?
No, I do not have any.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Everybody in the Randomania family. Burt Reynolds, of course, for trucking. My comms partner, Duchess Kayasama. And then, of course, the restreamer, Jay Shadell, Randomania, for having us out. Doing our weeklies. We do them every Monday night at 9 p.m. and Thursday night over on Speed Gaming at 10:30 Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Fall League starts on September 27th. Qualifiers for Speed Gaming Live have already started, but the second qualifier will be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings. And that's all I got. So on behalf of myself, Gregory Puff, Duchess Kayosama, and Randomania, everybody have a great rest of your evening.